This is the Mountainside Podcast, and returning to the studio is bare-knuckle boxing world champion Chris Camozzi. Coming off a recent title defense in Rome, Italy, Chris is back in Colorado, was able to make it in studio. This was a great conversation. I always enjoy any time I get to spend with Chris. Enjoy the episode.
Yeah.
You good? All right. It's been back. I just saw you like last week, but or was it 2 weeks ago?
It was like 2 weeks ago, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or more.
In a different country.
Yeah. We're touring Italy.
So badass. That's the second time you've been there this year to fight, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Like when I was sitting back thinking about it, I was the main event for the first ever bare knuckle fight in Italy outside of like the gladiator days. Because it wasn't legal until April when I fought.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So April, I was the main event for the first ever. And then in Rome, I was the main event for the second one ever. I was like, man, do I get a plaque or something? Do I get to put this somewhere? Or is that just
that's
up
really
here?
cool. Like, I didn't realize it until we were there. And I can't remember if it was you that told me or if I was talking to Gabriel or somebody. But he's like, this is the first like actual combat sport outside of like traditional boxing that's been here since the Roman gladiators, right?
I think you'd have to look that up. I think they had an MMA show. There used to be an MMA show a long time ago called Venator with a V.
Okay.
I know that, well, I can't say I know, but I'm pretty sure they did MMA shows in Italy. I think they have to have some kind of combat sports, but I mean, there's some badass Italian fighters too, like what's his name? Petrosian. Georgie Petrosian.
Yeah.
Georgie. Long time Muay Thai kickboxer. I've always loved watching that guy fight.
I mean, Sakara had a hell of a career in the UFC too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he went, did he fight in Bellator or?
He was in the UFC for a long time, then Bellator. He was in boxing. I think the big promotions, though, were UFC and Bellator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, BKFC. Like, I used to be a fan of that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the way that the judges saw it. Like, I don't know how you feel about it.
Me
if
either.
you're going back, I know you and I have talked about it off mic, but yeah, dude. To me, I'm pissed about it, honestly.
Oh, there's nobody
Like, I'm
probably
upset
more
about
pissed
it.
about it. I'm smiling right now, but I dwell on it every day because
Yeah.
here's the thing. Like, unfortunately, I've taken a lot of losses in my career.
Yeah.
And a lot of deserved losses that I'm like, I lost that fight. Obviously, you know, if I got submitted in the UFC or any of that, I'm like, I lost that fight. And decisions, there's some where I'm like, I did lose. This one, I still can't find it. And I mean, I still get message from Italian people and stuff all the time, like translate them. They're like, you didn't lose, you got robbed. I can't see it I think the fight was 4-1 for me, but I'm biased. So the best I could see it is 3-2. I still can't see how you'd score it for him. And there was an option for a 6th round. So if it's that close, I'm the reigning defending champion. The saying always goes, you got to beat the champion. You got to take it. Not close, not anything. So either there should have been another round if they thought it was that close, or, I mean, I didn't even think it was close enough for another round. When they said they had a decision, I was like, all right, done.
I was there personally, like fucking 5 rows away with a huge speaker stack in front of me. So actually I moved up for your fight. Me and Whitney moved up like closer to the ring and we had some better seats. Like we just took over some shit. I was like, no, we're not going to sit back here and watch this. So
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. So we moved up. So we were basically like right against the thrust where you walked out. For most of the fight. And, you know, Whitney's pretty unrecognizable or not recognized. Why am I saying that wrong? She's recognized, right? Oh. And then you guys are there all week. Right? Like she's a superstar, basically, right? Especially in the BKFC world because she's around everything.
She's been there with me. She commentated for like BKFC Ice Wars or
so the announcers are coming up to her in between rounds and like she's kind of part of the organization a little bit, right? With you know, the fiance's champ, then also a commentator. So anyways, I can't tell you how many people came up to me because I walked up front with her so I could get her to the ring. For you is kind of like my detail. I was like, no, I'll get you there. Like, don't worry about it.
I appreciate that too.
So I was just trying to be helpful, but I probably had maybe 15 people lined up to tell me the decision was bullshit. I was like, and a lot of them were Italians, you know, and that place was going crazy for Sakara.
Yeah. I mean, you always know that going into, you call it enemy territory, right? Which most of my UFC fights were, I never fought in Denver for the UFC. I always fought in like other guys' hometowns. So I'm pretty used to it. Even my career outside the UFC. And I was pretty used to it, but all the people were great, you know? I don't have anything bad about them to say. I mean, I did get some messages like, you lost and everything, which is fine, you know? That's a fan's perspective. And then you look and they're like following Sakara and like comment on everything. I'm like, all right, those are his buddies. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
At the end of the day, I don't even blame Sakara, honestly. I mean, it's not up to him. You know, he did tell me that he didn't win the fight after, which he's backtracked on, even though he told me like 3 times. And that's fine. That doesn't count either.
Right.
Him saying that doesn't change the official decision, which is what I keep telling myself. Like, nothing you could do can change the official decision. But I do feel like the way to make it right is to run it back. I mean, why not? I gave him the opportunity.
1,000%. That was my next question. Like, you have to run it back.
He wasn't
like,
even in the line.
Who else is in the line? Like, everybody else you've knocked out in a first round, pretty much. The other Italian fighter that fought on the card.
Andrea Bicchi.
Yeah.
So he was a last-minute replacement for me on the last one. So
You're right.
he got the opportunity. Then Sakara.
But he lost to a much lower-ranked guy on the same card.
Yeah. I said in the locker room, too, I was like, oh,
I felt
man,
bad
here we
for
go.
him, dude. Yeah.
I was like, people are going to just start talking shit to me, too. Like, oh, he got put away by this guy and you didn't finish him.
Right.
It's kind of how the world of combat sports works anyway.
Yeah.
People love to jump in and say things from a computer, you know, but whatever. I don't care. My pay's the same. Win, lose. That's it.
It's such a crazy fucking game, dude. First of all, like, you know, spending the entire week with you leading up to it, like, and not really spending time with you. I was out drinking wine and eating food, and your poor ass was like in the sauna trying to make weight, and like, so I didn't really get to hang out with you until afterwards, you know, other than like short passings here or there. But people have no idea what you guys go through.
Yeah,
like, I even don't. Like, and as close as I am and as many friends as I have in the game at a very high level, like, I kind of know, but I've never gone through that. I mean, maybe in high school wrestling, like, a fat kid couldn't have pancakes on the morning of or whatever, right? Like,
it's different. I mean, I still say, like, I don't mean that. Obviously, I don't want to disrespect combat sports.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it that way at all, but I always tell people it's way different than real sports.
Yes.
And what I mean by real sports is like MLB, NFL, NBA, like those guys get treated like Madonnas. You basically get like one hotel room and you don't come by yourself. You know, I bring coaches and everything, and it's either like, I take that back. I don't want to shit on, they give me 2. Outside of that, everything else is a me expense. There was no per diem. There's no other sports have like a team that travels, right? They got doctors, physical therapists. They have a neuro guy. They have everything. They've got chefs, you know. The NFL, like their food is made for them.
Yeah.
We're just like, hey, go fuck yourself. Find a place, fit in.
You better figure it out. You better make weight.
In that room.
Plus, they're not weighing NFL linemen. I mean, maybe the team is to find them or something if they're not coming in at a certain weight, right?
Yeah.
I've heard those stories. But, like, there's no governing body that's like, you have to be 256 to be an outside linebacker. Like, this is your position. This is your weight class. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, there is a governing body, but they... Oh, I know what you're saying. For the other sports.
Like, it's not official. Like, another fighter can't decide, or an opposing teammate can't decide you can't play because you didn't make weight.
And the league has, like, standards they have to stay behind. You know, the fight promotions, they can make their own rules. Basically, they have a commission to adhere to for, you know, the very direct rule set. Outside of that is up to the promotion. So I can honestly... The UFC gets a lot of shit. rightfully so. There's a lot of things they could change and do better and share more of the money and everything. But I would say from my experience, I had 20 fights with them. They're hands down the best at like taking care of you though. They have a lot more money than BKFC and these other promotions and yada, yada. But I mean, they have people for everything. And medical was big for them. At least for like fight injuries. Outside of that, I don't know. But after the fight, they would get you a specialist in anything. There was one fight, I'm sure it happened a few, but like one particular, I remember in California, they had a plastic surgeon there doing stitches. Really? Not a regular doctor, plastic surgeon. Like the tiny, tiny stitches that like boom, 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 just whipping them up in the back. And Italy was pretty cool. Like they could do casts and a lot of different stuff in the locker room, which is cool.
Really?
Yeah. What they can't do is teeth. Found that out.
Let's tell me about that. Because I know kind of the whole story, but do you even want to talk about it?
Oh, yeah, no.
It fucking sucked, man.
I mean, it's funny now.
Yeah.
That's how I
You got him back. I'm surprised. I thought maybe you were coming on like
I got some
teeth.
fake ones in. It's like a retainer in here, so you hear a lisp.
Yeah.
And that was a big part where people are like, that's how you lost. You lost your teeth or whatever. And I'm like, that's part of bare-knuckle too. One of my
Did you feel it when it happened?
No.
Really?
No, I don't. Okay. Like there was no pain. There's still no pain.
Really?
Yeah. One of my front teeth was fake, right? So it was an implant. And it's been broken on me for a little bit. Because even warming up in the locker room, Jake's shoulder hit me in the mouth for a minute. I didn't have my mouthpiece in. And I like stopped for a second. I was bending it back. And he was like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, I got to bend my tooth back.
Oh, shit. Do you think that might have started it?
It does it in training a bunch too.
Yeah.
Like something hits it, it bends a little. And it shouldn't. It's titanium. But
that's crazy.
I've had it for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. A little wear and tear. I don't have a regular job. That's training, sparring, fights. I've had 10
What's good
fights
for the average like dentist standard, right, is probably not good if you're getting hit in the mouth occasionally, right? Like at least once a week.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have a custom mouth guard and all that. And but the other one was real. And I think I said it too much. I cursed myself because before the fight, I was like, after this, I'm going to get veneers. I'm going to do all this. And I kept talking about, like, I always hated my teeth. And I was like, I'm going to get some new ones. And I guess he did half the job for me because one of them broke, the other front tooth. So that one did break. That was a real one. The other one, like I said, was fake. Yeah. the next day.
It looks good, dude. I can't even tell. Like, they've, like, matched it perfectly, whoever did it.
Yeah,
so.
They're going to look better when they're actually done.
But it was funny the next day, like, we got this, well, not the next day, the day after, 2 days after the fight, we got, like hooked up at the Vatican to go do this, like, crazy tour. And it was just awesome rolling. You're such a fucking humble guy, dude. We're just, like, rolling around the Vatican, teeth, stitches.
With a lisp.
Yeah,
like,
everybody coming up to you, like the security guards, like, it was good. That was so much fucking fun, man. That was a fun day.
Yeah, and it was. And it was a little humbling to go around with like no front teeth because I was like, man, now I look like what everybody thinks Americans look like, We're all tattooed
From
up.
Louisiana.
Bigger than everybody. I have a lisp and no teeth.
Yeah.
Like you see people like double take looking at you and but before that, I feel like this is a great story. You weren't with us, right? It was Beto and I. Well, first it was me, right? And this goes into the difference between us and other sports. That night, there's a ton of doctors there. They do a good job of having a ton of doctors at the event. And they're like, my implant was bent back, right? So it's a titanium rod bent like backwards in my mouth. Not fully backwards, but down to where it's like hitting my tongue and everything. I couldn't close my mouth.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was like
inward.
This, yeah.
And so people that watch it, you see me trying to I'm trying my hardest to bend it. I can't get it. Go in the back, and they're like, hey, you're going to have to go to the hospital for your teeth. And I was like, okay, is there somebody there that can fix this implant? Or at least you have to have a special ratchet to get it out. That they're going to get it. And one of the Italian guys is like, oh, no, nobody would be able to do that. And I was like, then why the fuck would I go to the hospital tonight? You know? do you want me to go spend hours there just for them to be like, nothing we can do? So I got all the Dr. Muzi, who's the BKFC doctor who travels with them and kind of oversees everything. And I asked him, I was like, hey, doc, like, do I really need to go sit in the hospital all night? Like, everything else is fine. And he was like, oh, no, nobody's going to be able to fix that tonight. Just go tomorrow. So I was like, all right. I wake up that next morning, contact the medical team. They're like, we called ahead, go to this hospital. They'll be able to get it taken care of. I'm like, cool. All right, I need a ride. They're like, take a cab.
Really?
I was like, I don't speak Italian.
Well, I saw you that morning. Like I met.
Yeah, I saw you.
I
in the
met up
lobby.
with you that morning, and I was like, damn, dude. I offered to go with you, but you were kind of like, fuck this. Dude. You were not in the best mood.
Yeah, Whitney offered to.
Yeah.
And part of it, I was like, man, I'll just go sit in my thoughts and like get this handled. And
Right.
I don't know. I'm one of those people that doesn't like a lot of things done for me or anything. Plus, like, we're in Italy. I don't want anybody to waste a day like sitting in the hospital. And it was an experience. I would say, all right, yeah. So going back, so I go to this hospital that they tell me that they know what's going on. They'll get me in, blah, blah, blah. Or take a fucking cab there. Get there. I can't find the right door. Like I said, I don't speak Italian. I'm walking around with Google Translate, putting on signs. Can't find it. There's some other Italian people looking for the dentist office, like hospital. We're walking around, and this older guy with his son was really cool. He knew that I had like no idea what was going on because he tried talking to me first. I was like, sorry, I don't speak Italian. So he was like guiding me, which was super cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so he got me to the office. They look at it, and this is a story if you think that having free healthcare is the answer. Their medical system was trash. The dentist that I saw at first didn't know that it was an implant, which I'm like, how the fuck can you not tell? Like, you can see the metal. It's bent.
Yeah.
And he's like going through, doing his whole thing and everything, and I'm typing Google Translate, like, implant. And he was like, implant? Wow.
He's like,
that was
oh,
my
that makes
first red
sense why
flag.
it's
My first red flag was like, I don't want this guy doing anything. And he's like, I can't do anything. You got to go to this other hospital. You take our car. And it was, come to find out it was an ambulance, right? So being American, I see an ambulance and I was like, no, absolutely not.
No
I'm
way.
not getting in there. And he was like, no, you know, motion, get in. And I'm like, no, And I was like, how much, you know, like quanto, everything. He's like, nothing. And he puts in Google Translate, like, you owe nothing. That part, I was like, oh, shit, all right, I'll get in the ambulance.
Yeah.
Because here in America, you're like, that's a $30,000 bill. Or
Like it's like $600 for it to leave the garage or something. Dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they took me to this other place, which is like a ER hospital. And there is people everywhere on gurneys.
Is this where you were telling me you were seeing
There was
dead
like a guy
people
like
and shit?
bleeding out. There, I swear I saw him wheel two like dead, stiff people by. The whole hallway is like full of gurneys because the rooms were full. So they didn't have individual rooms because they walked me through a bunch. They were like group rooms, almost like a jail pod, but just
Shit.
gurneys.
And you were in there with other Italian dudes, or?
I mean, I'm sure everybody there was Italian.
Well, I mean, like there was guys in your room.
I didn't get a room. They just
Oh,
put me in
shit.
the hallway. So the
Oh,
pictures I
fuck.
was sending you of like the bloody guy on the gurney and stuff was like,
I thought you were in a room or something.
no,
was
I
like,
never
oh.
got a room. They're like, have a seat here. We'll call you. And I just went for an x-ray is all they wanted to see if like my jaw was busted or anything.
Uh-huh.
All we needed was an x-ray. I sat there for like 2.5 hours. There's a guy like straight across me. I'm sitting on this bench. There's a guy. That's the one I was sending you pictures of. His face was like massacred and bloody, and he looked like he was bleeding out. At first, I would think he got like shot, but I think because of his face, it was like a car wreck or something. But there's bloody rags all over the floor, like blood pouring on the floor.
Jesus, dude.
He's just laying there, and he'd wake up every once in a while, like yelling, and then pass back out. And I'm just sitting there.
Are there any nurses or anything attending to him, or?
No, nobody. They just ignored him. At one point, because
It's not fucking funny, man. Like
no,
but that's like I've been to some third world country like hospitals. Those are really, really bad. I've been to some in country, but like just like you said, everybody thinks the American healthcare system is bullshit. It's not, because they actually fucking make money.
And you get again, there was a language barrier, but
Right.
somebody walks in and is like, I can't do that. See this specialist here in America. You know?
Right.
So I'm sitting there for 2.5 hours and like nobody's helping me. I don't know what's going on. Nobody's even come by. At one point, the guy on the gurney, because he was in the hallway, they walked out and they needed something out of a cabinet he was in front of. They wheeled him out, got something out of the cabinet and shoved it back against the wall. And even when they shoved him against the wall, they hit the wall and he woke up and he was like, ugh.
Jesus, dude.
Just no care. And so I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not sitting here. Like, we don't even know. Do I need an x-ray? I just wanted them to take the implant off and I'll get it fixed when I get home. I don't care if my jaw is broken, anything. Nothing was broken. So I take off. Luckily, Gabriel did give me a place to go to. He was like, I just looked it up. Try this. It's near the hotel. I'm like, cool. Because I was 40 minutes from the hotel.
Should have fucking started.
Yeah. So I go to this place. Nobody's there. It's like a buzzer. It looks like a Tijuana like apartment complex. I was like, this can't be the doctor's office. And that's when Beto showed up.
Okay.
And Brandon, and we're sitting there and they're like, oh, we'll help you figure this out. They came and I was like, no, you don't have to waste your day. And they're like, shut the fuck up. We're helping you.
That's crazy. Brandon's calling me right now.
So we get a hold of this like oral surgeon, right? This is what it said on like the sign using Google Translate, oral surgeon. And he's like, I can be there in 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, that's weird, but because it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And we get let in the gate. I never see a car drive in this like fenced off thing. And I'm in the front of the building. I think the guy lived in there. We go up these stairs.
He had to like put pants on.
It was literally like an apartment complex because you go up the exterior stairs to a door and there's like a little office in there with a chair. And I'm looking at the sign and it says gynecologist, oral surgeon. It had like it had like 10 things listed that this guy's a doctor for. And I was like, fuck, that's not a good sign.
Right.
And Beto's like, nah, he'll get it done. Just being super positive.
Right.
I get in the chair. This guy's like wiggling around, grabbing on shit and everything. He's like, all right. And
wasn't he like an old dude too? Like
super
80 years old or some shit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And spoke no English, or one of our friends there spoke a little bit of Italian. And she was like, I can't understand anything he's saying. He's not understanding me. And I was like, are you sure it's Italian? Like, that's also another red flag.
Right.
Because she'd been communicating with everybody out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know she knows how to speak Italian. She was even talking to the promoters. So we're using Google Translate with this guy, and he ends up calling somebody, and on speakerphone, we're relaying through. And I was like, I just need the implant unscrewed and taken out. And he's like, we remove it. I was like, okay. Like, just pop it off. I'll get it fixed when I get home.
Take it the fuck out. I've been trying all day.
And he's like, yeah. And he seemed real positive that he knew what he was doing. So he like numbs me up. And this was another red flag. I feel like the first shot of like Novocaine, he goes straight between like where your front teeth would be in the gums. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, straight in, just nothing, no warning, just, And he was like, open your mouth, bam. And I fucking grabbed his hand and everything. And he's like, no, it's fine. And you start getting numb, but he's shooting me all over the place. And then he's like, be right back. And he comes back with like these big pliers that looked kind of like dirty as shit. And I'm telling Beto and them, they're like, yeah, no, he says he's got it. We talked to the guy on the phone. You could write
a fucking movie script off of this, dude.
And I was like, I don't think so. I was like, you don't pull it out. I've had it worked on. Like, you don't pull it out.
It's a screw, right?
Yeah, it's threaded. And he's like, no, I know how to do it. He's like, you gotta loosen it. So I let him do it.
Holy shit.
So this guy stands up out of his chair, grabs onto the implant with these big old like pliers that looked like half rusty. And he just starts wrenching back and forth in my head and everything. I'm trying to hold it. He's trying to hold my head. And finally, I'm like thinking about this in my head. And because he's ripping, pulling, my whole body is moving. And I can't feel anything because I'm numb. But I was like, hold on. I grabbed both of his arms again. I was like, stop. Get the fuck off me. I was like, this isn't right. And so I'm telling Beto, I'm like, relay to him, because I'm already like stressed out and pissed off. I'm like, put it in Google Translate, this isn't right, because the thing is threaded. I know that. That's like pulling a bolt out of wood.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen? The wood's going to fucking rip. And the guy was like, this is how you do it. And I was like, all right, well, we're leaving then.
Yeah.
And Beto convinces him to cut it off. So I was like, all right, cool, because it won't be bent backwards like halfway in my mouth. Cut this thing off.
Problem solving on the spot, right?
Yeah.
That's what Beto's
I feel like
best
Beto
at.
had a couple drinks too, and like he's in the office with me.
Of course he did. Yeah.
I got a video. We can even splice it into this thing. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
This guy gets a Dremel, and we go through a couple bits to cut through the titanium, and he keeps slipping. But I'm numb, and he's like, like it was going in my gums.
No way.
And Beto started getting mad at him too. He's like, slow the fuck down. And every time I open my eyes, I see the dentist, and Beto's right here, and he's like, he's getting through it. And then he'd hit my gums, and I would like look at him and be like, hey.
There's nobody better to have in your corner in a situation like that where, like, you know, he doesn't have a weak stomach. Like, just some of the photos that he showed me, like, dealing with combat. I mean, wild shit, dude, right?
Brandon and the other people left the room.
Of course they
They're
did.
like, I can't be here for this. There's sparks and shit going. I was like, my beard's going to light on fire.
Oh, my God, dude.
And he keeps hitting my gums, and Beto's like translating to him. He's like, let me do it. And I was like, yeah, let him do it. I was ready to let him do it.
Yeah.
He's like, I work on metal all the time, because he kept being like,
Fucking
slow
Crow's
down.
got titanium teeth, dude.
Yeah.
They get you a sick American flag implant.
At least
or
I can have
something.
somebody who cares about me doing it. Because this guy, like, you could feel it, and see, I could see his
Damn.
hands. He was like, like fast. And Beto kept being like, slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like yelling in his ear. Eventually, he like cuts it off. So he just like saws it off at my gum. And I was like, awesome. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a weird.
So how much shit did you have to go through when you got home to the dentist? Was your dentist like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, so my dentist, and luckily, like, I'm friends with him, so I was, like, kind of talking to him from the office, but, like, through text. And I was telling him, he's like, okay, well, if it's an oral surgeon, he'll know how to get it out. And that's fine if he gets it out. Yeah. So we get this guy to cut it off, and I called my dentist when I get back to the room, and he was like, oh, my God. He's like, you tried to pull it? Like, rip it? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, at least he didn't. He sawed it off, send me a picture. So I saw him like the day after I got home. I got home Sunday night, went Monday morning.
Damn, yeah.
And he's looking at it. He's like, thank God he didn't rip that out. He's like, you were right. You would have pulled out part of your palate and your jaw trying to
Holy
rip that out.
shit,
He's like,
dude.
it's threaded like a bolt. It's not going to just slide out like a nail. And he's like, I can't believe that guy was a surgeon. I was like, well, he was a gynecologist and an ophthalmologist, and fucking
Damn,
everything.
dude. That's so crazy.
Oh,
That's wild.
it was terrible. I'm only like halfway.
I didn't know you went. I knew that they had cut it off because everybody was giving me updates because I was like, where are you guys? Do you need help? I was trying to figure it out. And they were like, no, we're fucking good.
I think I saw you when I got back to the hotel too, because like, there's still a bunch of people from the fight in the lobby. And I think Beto went to hang out for a bit. People were like, hey, what's up? And like trying to talk to me. And I was like, nobody fucking talked to me. I walked straight into the elevator and I was like, I'm going to my room.
I met those guys for dinner, so I got kind of like the download from Beto.
That was a 12-hour
So
day for
crazy.
me of like people poking,
after
prodding.
being like, you fought at like 1 a.m. or some shit.
Yeah.
Italy time, right? Like that shit went late, and then the whole all kinds of crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
Like some of it we can't even really get into, but
But yeah,
what I gotta know though, like, and I don't care, I'm gonna say this publicly. Did you get your belt back?
No,
Really?
not yet. Well, so they
Okay.
said they're sending me another one.
So for people that don't know, the belt, once you like a UFC belt or a welterweight WBC belt, right? Like that's your belt. You get to keep that.
You get to keep it for life.
right? It doesn't trade hands. It's not the same belt that keeps trading hands. I think a lot of people have that misconception from watching too much WWE or something, right? Like,
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't know when I won the first time, when I became the champion. I was like, do I get to keep this? Like, and they're like, yeah, that's yours. You get a new one every time.
Right.
So it's cool. So I have like a lit up, you know, case at home with the belts and stuff. But they ask you to bring it. So when I went out for the fight, it's fight week, you know. They're like, bring your belt because you bring it to the press conference, this and that. And,
Yeah.
And it's a pain in the ass to travel because the thing's like 18
fucking
pounds. And you get stopped every single time in the airport.
Well, it's like carrying a gun. It's like, where do you put this when you want to sit down and have dinner? You know what I mean? Or like, where do you,
And I'm not a douchebag. Like, I don't carry it at all. I always put it in a bag or like a carry-on suitcase or whatever with, you know, other stuff. But, you know, there's some guys who will not be named that wear them everywhere.
I'll fucking name him right now, dude. I just saw Lorenzo in the fucking Las Vegas airport. Like, when was the last, his last fight was against you, and that was like 2 years ago, right?
No, his last one was probably a year and a half ago, though.
Was it? Oh, that's right.
Lost.
He got injured.
It was at heavyweight,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And so he hasn't been champion of either organization or either weight class for a long time.
Anyways, this is 2 months ago, and the guy already fucking hates me because he glared at me at the airport. He knew exactly who I was, but I was on the phone. I just rolled by, but he had a fucking belt with him.
Yeah, he usually has
It's
two,
like
and
not
I'm like,
even a champ. You know?
I know, like.
Yeah, a couple times I've seen him walking with both belts. It's
and
like,
they are such a pain in the ass to bring. And also, I don't like that kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm not trying to get attention from people. I would actually prefer to never bring it out other than like, I've showed up to press conferences with it in a bag and taken it out to put on the desk.
right.
But yeah, so they did come in before my fight and we're like, hey, we had the wrong belts shipped. We don't have the correct one for the championship. We need to borrow your old one. And I was like, no problem. I'll be getting it back in a minute anyway. You know, I'm warming up 20 minutes.
So this is before the fight.
Right before, yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
I'm getting ready to stage to walk out. I'm like, cool, just take it. It's over there on the table back in there. And so they take it and then they end up giving that one to Sakara when he won this bullshit decision. And I was like, hey, like, where's my belt? That one's got some sentimental value to me. Like that's one that I actually won.
Yeah.
So they're getting me another one, which whatever.
Are you going to get your belt back because of the sentimental value? Like that was kind of.
I'm gonna get mine back from Sakara on the rematch. I'm gonna be like, bring that belt.
Yeah.
You can get a new one. I'll take that one because I already know I'm gonna win. I'm gonna rip that guy's fucking head off.
Has there been any talk? I mean, obviously it's been like 2 weeks.
3, I think.
3? Damn, time is flying. Has there been any talk about a rematch or anything? Like, or can you publicly say anything? Like, have you talked to Feldman or are they better give you a fucking shot is what I'm saying.
No, I mean, everybody I've talked to, like Feldman called me after and he's like, there needs to be a rematch. We're working on it. Gabriel, the Italian promoter, was like, we need to run this back. He didn't go one way or the other. Feldman thought that the decision wasn't correct. Conor McGregor hit me up. He even just hit me up again like 2 days ago.
Well, he came up to the corner, I think, didn't he, and said something.
Yeah,
right after the fight.
Yeah, and like they told me in the ring, they're like, he didn't take it. He, you know,
damn, dude.
I feel like everybody's on the same page. But yeah, Conor messaged me a couple of days ago and was like, there has to be a rematch. I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
you're part owner. Get it done.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I think Sakara is a good dude. There were some things with, you know, how he said, well, I don't expect him to admit it, but him saying like I won and everything, right?
Right.
I did make a post after, you know, like 3 or 4 days after, and was just saying, hey, you know, I don't think I lost that fight. Here's why. I think the honorable thing to do would be to run it back.
Of course.
Of course, he took offense to
even
it.
Even if you lost, like no questions asked, you almost have to run it back. Even then,
I mean, no.
Who else is in the division?
If he undoubtedly won,
yeah,
I'd be like, it's all you, man. Probably retire.
Right.
But leaving it like that, like in my eyes, he can't feel good about being the champion. Like I said, he told me 3 times that he didn't win the belt, that it wasn't his belt and everything. And we shook hands in the back and we talked a bunch and he was cool. We even took pictures. Stuff changed after that, right? It always does.
Mm-hmm.
Because during the fight, he had fouled me twice, like punching me when the ref was breaking us up. And
One of the rounds, I think the ref ended early, like by like
round 4.
at least 5 to 8 seconds. Like I was trying to figure it out when I went back to watch it because I was like, maybe watching it there, I was a little bit off or something. I actually got back stateside. I was like, it was bothering me, dude. I was like, I got to go watch this again and just see if there was like something I didn't see before I talked to you or anything like that.
Now it was like 10 seconds in the middle of me throwing.
It's like the third round or something, right? Like they just
round 4.
Round 4, yeah.
Yeah, which sucks too.
Yeah.
And
I mean, not to sit here and make a bunch of excuses, but there was a bunch of shit that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's one giant conspiracy at all.
Right.
It's not like I'm not Conor McGregor or anything. I know that. There's not some worldwide conspiracy to be like, we're going to take it from him. But I do think a lot of like, there was a lot of mistakes made. Intentional or not, I mean, I doubt they're intentional. Just a lot of things to clear up. And my solution is like,
just gonna have to knock his ass out.
There's been a bunch of fans be like, oh, you should dispute this fight and everything. Like, I'm not going to go to the commission. I would never want to win that way anyway. What's my resolve to that? They're like, you're right. Here, you're a champion again. Fuck that. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't consider myself champion. If I'm Sakara, I wouldn't consider myself champion either. There's too many questions to be asked or unanswered. And you know, even out of his mouth. So I made a post saying like the honorable thing to do for him would be to run it back. He took offense to it. And he was already doing these interviews saying how he fouled me on purpose because he's old school to show me what's up and this and that. And I was like,
well, that's
what kind of shit is that?
That's admitting to cheating.
Yeah,
in a sense.
Yeah, if you want to break it, which cool.
Yeah.
Now I know what level we're on. I still want to fight you again. But him saying that like rubbed me the wrong way too, because I was like, he also told me I should be a man and learn how to take a loss. And when it comes down to like being a man, like maybe you're right. You're right. I got to be better at taking losses. Probably most people do.
I thought you took it better than I did.
But if you want to talk about being a man, like, because he was so apologetic about the fouls and everything.
Right.
And I'm like, if you want to be a man, don't fucking apologize. Just admit you. Like he admitted in interviews, but after even in the ring, we shake hands mid round. He was like, I'm sorry. After he told me, he's like, I'm really sorry. I didn't hear. And then he goes on this like interview.
Yeah, because he hit you late after the bell
talking about how he did it on purpose. I'm like, that's the fucking definition of a man or of a bitch, not a man. Like,
right.
I would respect it more if afterwards he was like, listen, man, I've been in this game a minute. I had to like smack you a couple times after because of this or this. I would probably laugh. Right. But him like telling me to be a man and learn to take a loss and then doing all these things, wearing fucking sunglasses in like a dark room like this and like you're some superstar. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that were funky.
Do you think that, I mean, has anybody ever been in your ear after a fight and be like, yo, we need some media hype behind this. Can you fucking talk some shit or can you say this or that or?
No.
No.
No, I mean, I don't use a manager anymore. I do all my own stuff.
Uh-huh.
I would say it's like an unwritten thing. You know, promotions want the hype. The Italians are a little different, right? Because I was instantly hitting up Gabriel the next day and like, fuck that. Like, message him like, we should run this back. And he's like, I agree. And I was like, fuck that guy. Like, no love lost anymore. We're not friends anymore. Like, if that's how you want to play it, cool. Like, I probably should have headbutt you. I mean, I could. Just other things. And he was like, well, now's not the time. This and that. Even before I was fighting Lorenzo, they were like, the Italians like respect this and that. You don't need to talk a bunch of shit. And I was like, cool. I really like it here then, because like that's not really my game.
Yeah.
Is like making up a bunch of shit and being outlandish and stuff.
And obviously they like having you on the card because it's your second time coming back and then pairing you up with who they did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I mean...
So do you think that this, not to change the subject, but do you think that this next fight will be, the next fight will be in Italy again?
So I was going to say that. I mean, here's how I feel about it right now, and I'm stubborn, is like I will go back to Italy and fight him. I will go in knowing Absolutely, there can be no judges, and I need to finish him. And I want to. Like, I want to rip his fucking head off after saying that. Something about him saying that in an interview just, like, rubbed me the wrong way of, like, what do you mean? Like, so you did that on purpose the whole time, but you play this nice guy. Like, fuck you then.
Yeah.
That's fine. I would rather him be Lorenzo and be talking. Like, Lorenzo and I get along in person. You've seen it.
Yeah. Which is so crazy, right? It's
and
like
I got
the camera annex, you know?
I got respect for him, and he will talk so much shit. But at least you know what you're getting.
Or hide in a broom closet.
At least you know what you're getting, though. Like, he's not fake.
Yeah.
And, like, he would tell me to my face, like, yeah, I fucking fouled you, you know? Like, I got respect for that. And, you know, all is fair and fucking, what do they say, love and war. But to, like, be apologetic and then, like, that's a bitch move. That's like you're like a little snake. You're trying to play the, like, I'm cool and this and that.
It's
and
a two-faced standard, right? It's kind of like, or hypocrite. And that doesn't go well. That does well in societies where people don't push back, or it's not like a combat sports. Is to be two-faced is like, that's how guys get ahead at fraternities and fucking, you know, politics. It's exactly what it is, right?
Because right after the fight, we were both getting stitched up next to each other and cool. And I was like, hey man, congratulations to you. I was trying to be like respectful. Congratulations to you. I was like, I really hope you don't retire and let's run it back. And he was like, we'll see. And everything was cool. And now, like, he'll try to push it that I'm being a sore loser and everything.
The reason why I asked about, like, has anybody ever been in your ear about, like, hey, we need to hype this up so we can whatever. I wonder if that's some of what's happening on his end, or if he's just saying that to fucking get under your skin to start some sort of beef, or if it's, like, genuine.
No, I mean, from what I'm told, he's saying no to a rematch, and he's trying to just retire and everything. And I was like, all right, so you just want to ride off on this questionable as fuck win.
Yeah.
And that was it. And that's what makes me...
Which you could have too, right? I mean, I know that you and I have talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even have to give him the opportunity. He wasn't in the rankings. He wasn't anything. It was just that they wanted me to fight in Italy, and he was from Rome. The fight was in Rome. He had done one BKFC fight a couple months before against, unfortunately, and I mean no disrespect towards him, but like not a contender at all. Like not a opponent deserving of a title shot. But the Italians did sell me on, like, Sakara, it'll be a great story, this and that. Rome loves him.
It was a great story, man. Like, 2 UFC vets going out. I love to see that.
Yeah, and it was...
Like, he seemed like a cool guy. Any interactions I had with him,
and he always was up until that point.
Yeah.
So maybe people were like,
I bet you somebody's in his ear, dude.
Yeah,
I bet you his boys are in his ear or something.
Well, I want to put my fist in his ear now. So,
well, you definitely deserve the rematch. Like, there's no question about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm pushing for. Listen, my life is still good.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I won't dwell on it forever. I might. If I'm being dead honest, yeah. I mean, again, if he went out and like knocked me the fuck out, I would be quiet and just be like, man.
I know the last time you were in, you were talking about, you know, it's been a long fucking career for you, and you were talking about retirement. We don't even need to talk about this on here. You can tell me to fuck off. Just don't beat me up, please. But I was worried, like, maybe after this one, that you were gonna cut the wraps off and leave him in the ring. I was like, fuck, man, I hope he doesn't retire on this. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
It's so funny because I like just keep it close to the chest, and the honest answer to that, because Whitney, my fiance, asks me all the time. She asked me before the fight, do you think this is your last one? And I'm like, I don't know. And I keep telling her I don't know until I know. I've told her, and she's been cool because she hasn't asked again since, but I've told her, I was like, I feel like I'll get a feeling when the time is right. And it could be that fight. It could be this fight. I was like, I could make that decision right there. But I don't want to be one of those guys that says it and then tries to make a run, you know, a year later. You see it all the time in MMA.
Yeah, guys retire, and then next thing you know, they're out. I thought Sakara retired that night.
He might have.
I think they made an announcement. Now it's like,
yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
Making my leg twitch. I'm all, did he?
I can't remember. Somebody told me, maybe it was just the rumor mill around there, right? Because you're with everybody and you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he publicly made. Maybe look that up. See if Sakara.
They told me
made a
not
public
necessarily
announcement
yet.
that he had retired.
There is one
recently.
thing I want to clarify actually too, from my post that I made that I think he took offense to on the fight and everything. Just so we're all clear, because I should have put it in there. The judges were not Italian.
Okay.
The judges. So I'm not saying it was this conspiracy of hometown. Now,
Where were the judges from?
from all over the world. So
Really?
the sanctioning body hired judges from other countries, I think. So I want to make that clear. I don't think it was like some giant Italian conspiracy against me.
Right.
But we also know that judges in combat sports are notoriously horrible. And that's why you have the FBI investigating them right now and like all kinds of shit. Is like,
There's so
it
much.
just
man.
happens. Like judging is terrible. Like what qualifies them? I think there was a woman that was like from India that was a judge. I'm like, what do you have to do to become a judge?
Yeah, that's wild, man.
You don't have to do that much. I looked it up. Not after this. I've looked it up before because I've always thought about running
I always
my own
wonder, like,
promotion.
when it comes to a decision like that, like, what are they seeing that I'm not, right? Like, I'm obviously don't have as good a seat as them. When you knock down your opponent, whether it's a trip or whatever, stumble, whatever they called it, I mean, 2 of those were not.
By
I
the
don't know.
definition of the rules, one of them.
Okay.
One of them could have been called a knockdown. It's all subjective, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't fault the ref for not counting any of them. It could have been because the rules say if you fall down from a punch landed, whether you're hurt or not, it's a knockdown. So it's subjective.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna.
Is there a rule on how they have to score it?
No.
Okay. Well, then
Combat
the
sports
rules
in
don't
general
fucking
is just
mean
bad.
shit then, right? Like, yeah.
Combat sports as a whole is bad in judging, right? So because MMA.
Well, there's collusion in it. There's been collusion in it since.
Well, I don't think a lot of people realize, like, if you listen to the names, the same people, I mean, not the exact same, but they're up for it. The same people that are judges for, like, a Canelo fight are also a judge for a UFC fight. They're hired by the boxing commission. So there's a boxing commission. There's not an MMA commission.
Mm-hmm.
So what the argument has always been over the years is, Joe Rogan talks about this all the time. You have these people that were used to scoring boxing. MMA came around. Now they're used for all of combat sports. They're used for, if you're in Vegas, they're used for, I'm just using Vegas as an example, but every state. Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, MMA, bare-knuckle. Do they know the rules to all of those? They don't. Because I love Big Dan Mergliotti, who is my ref and everything. Him and I were talking.
It's cool that he's integrated with this because he's one of my favorite refs.
He's a great dude.
Yeah.
Do refs make mistakes all the time? And I would never want to be a referee.
Fuck no.
I don't hold it against Big Dan, but like during the fight, there's a point where he told me to stop pulling Sakara's head down. That's a boxing rule, not a BKFC rule.
Right.
One of the rules that makes BKFC different is that you can do a half tie clinch. You can pull the head down as long as you were punching. So what I was doing was legal, but he told me, he's like, you can grab the head, but you can't pull it down. You can absolutely pull it down. But these guys, and he's a ref, but like the judges too. Do you think there's a woman named Adelaide Bird that is a notoriously horrible judge in Vegas who's like an 80-year-old lady who's been a boxing judge forever? Do you think she knows what a Kimura is or guillotine or what's happening on the ground? She doesn't. So she just scores based on what she sees. But like a lot of them are not educated on. I don't think you have to be a fighter to be a judge.
Well,
or
I
ref
know you
or
don't
anything.
because I know somebody that, well, I guess that's not true on the ref side. So he's not a judge. But I think he works for the boxing commission.
Who's that? Or you don't have to say his name,
I don't want
right?
to put
I
him
missed
on
the first
blast.
part you said.
Well, I know somebody personally that lives in New York and is a local one stagehand, but is also a boxing referee and I think is on the commission. Because those New York guys have like 5 different jobs, especially if they're associated with like
Yeah.
IATSE shit. But
It might be the same New York guy I know that's like affiliated with movies and stuff.
I'll just bleep it out.
No.
Okay.
I forget his name.
So this guy works at the Garden, and he's an incredible person. Like, I love this guy to death. But I was doing some like boxing events, and next thing I know, he's in the fucking like a referee's outfit with the bow tie and shit. I'm like, I thought he was fucking around. I'm like, dude, what are you doing in there? He's like, oh, I'm the ref. Like, he just went and changed his clothes. He was on the call, went and changed his clothes, and then he's in the boxing ring, like checking the ropes and shit. That the same thing that he just built. Like,
yeah, and yeah, man, I'm not trying to like just tread a narrow line here, but I mean, I do have a lot of respect for like the judges, not so much, because I think there needs to be a giant cleanup combat sports wide, right? There needs to be people that are educated on MMA, judging MMA. Because you could have we've talked about this my entire career, knowing who the judges are. I've always thought it should be disclosed, right? Mm-hmm. If you're going into a big fight, who are the judges? What do they look for? Because you can have one judge.
that could be part of your game plan, right?
Yeah, you can have one judge, and I know this for a fact of a judge that I've talked to, and I won't name him, but was a high school wrestler, and he thinks wrestling is the shit. He scores very highly on wrestling, but he thinks kicks and stuff are stupid. Now, they're not fucking stupid, but that's not fair. But if I know that going in, that gives me a little bit better shot. Like, all right,
I've never
if
thought
I'm a
about
kick heavy
that way.
game,
Yeah.
maybe not. You know, this guy's here. They're all. I've always thought it should be disclosed if it's a major fight. Now, maybe it can't for legal reasons, because look at all the sports gambling shit and everything that's going on. People touch those people.
It's so crazy what's going on right now.
There's always going to be an error. And I think people now are saying like, oh, AI needs to be the judge, but AI is not a good judge either, because can you tell when somebody's actually hurt?
Dude, it can't even
stunned.
write an email right for me when I try to use it. Maybe I don't know how to prompt it right, but like...
Judging it, I think, needs to be human and have emotion in it, but not subjective emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because AI might not catch like a body shot where a guy winces and his face changes or whatnot. Or,
I mean, some of it's a vibe, right? Like, I mean, or a feeling, or a little bit of like seeing a guy in his flow state.
and I think if I want to give the judges in my fight a little bit of credit, I think something that could have happened is watching it back. The Italian fans, every time Sakara threw, cheered very loud.
Yeah.
And the slow-mo replays, most of the punches missed. I think all of them missed, actually. I think I only got hit in the face like 4 times. But like hit my chest, hit my shoulders and everything, and the fans went crazy. So as a judge, I mean, I can say that would probably get me too.
Those
like,
Roman fans, dude, are wild.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of shocked at how like crazy they fucking were.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, and there is an organization called MMA-FA that's writing that UFC lawsuit, which is way more to get into, the class action lawsuit, where they're trying to come up with a worldwide governing body for MMA, which is pretty cool.
Is this the one that's like you might be getting a paycheck from it or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was put together by a group of fighters. They're lobbying to have...
Tyler, can you get us another round, buddy? Yeah, I'll do a Jocko go. Can I get one of those?
Yeah. Do you mind if we take a quick break?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll get right back to it. If you're not checking out the Mountainside Podcast on YouTube, you absolutely should be. If you like the content that we create here and you want to help support the podcast, please take a moment, subscribe to us on YouTube, and hit that notification bell.
Yeah. They can't be forced to do anything.
Right.
The UFC is trying to draw that law back worldwide.
That's so wild, man. All right, we got to... Do you want to talk about that on here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's pour some whiskey and then talk about it. So you picked this bottle? Is that...
I did.
Yeah, so I actually got to talk about this because you actually might know Brandon. Brandon Young, he's Dustin Jacoby's neighbor.
Yeah.
He's like a former Ranger, like crazy military career. But anyways, he's a stud, dude. He's a friend, and he brought me this bottle.
Is that his
3
company?
Rangers. I think it's friends of his that they do something with this nonprofit. Tyler, you're gonna have to pull this up, buddy. Pull up Brandon Young's episode so I can give the foundation.
Fuck, is that an alias? I know like 3 Brandon Youngs.
It's Gallant Few. It could be, man. Some of those guys have aliases. I was like, man, I always thought your name was fucking
I need an alias.
Mark. Like, no. It's not.
Do you know what episode it might have been?
It was pretty recent. Like, they did the Evergreen one with us, and it was like, it was probably 211.
Yeah.
No, he's been on since
Look
then.
at Brandon
actually.
Gird's the only guy that goes shirt off. Are we on?
No, yeah, we're on. Anyways, let's try this. I haven't tried it yet, so
Yeah.
cheers to Brandon. Thanks for bringing it in, finally cracking it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just wanted to give the nonprofit. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Yeah. Gallant Few. Sorry, go back up. Those red links.
Gallant Few.
Yep. And
Oh.
a nonprofit that goes upstream into the Ranger regiments and helps guys before they even get out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Tyler, you in on this?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I haven't poured it yet, but
All right.
cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Well, get some in your glass,
I
dog.
know.
Fire your ass.
Cheers.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. Rye. It's good.
Yeah, it's real good.
I just randomly picked that one because it was the fullest one.
Yeah. That's the
And I
problem. The bottles get down to this big and everybody's like, fuck.
And I like the simple labels.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
That's good.
And it's American made. Good rye whiskey.
Perfect.
Nice. Fuck yeah. Well, it's nice to have a drink with you. So, fuck, what were we were talking about the UFC
There's
before
so
the
much
break.
going into, like I said, I'm probably boring people with a lot of legal stuff, but it's a pretty crazy
I don't
thing.
give a fuck if they're more. This is about you and me.
The UFC, like I said, I have a great relationship with them and everything. I don't always agree with everything, but they are making like a fairly silent move on boxing. And they're looking at trying to get rid of the Ali Act. You might want to look it up because I won't do the best job of describing it, but the Ali Act is great for, yeah, he'll pull it up. That'd be better. It's great for fighters, but it doesn't exist in MMA. It exists in boxing.
What is the Ollie Act exactly?
Yeah, designed to protect professional boxers from exploitation by promoters and managers. It mandates financial transparency, prohibits promoters from also acting as managers, and ensures a clear process for contact agreements and fighter purses.
This is why we publicly know what Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor are like making, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it has to be transparent.
But it just trickles down a lot more, right? So dumbed down version is that like promotions can't own you. Boxers make so much money because they can play the market. If there's a fight people want to see, if you're Canelo and Mayweather, what promoter wants to put this on? Who's going to pay the most? Who's going to pay us the most? And the fans don't care, right? The fight happens. It's on TV somewhere. You watch it. But there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on. And with boxing, there's also a clear ranking system. There's also certain criteria to fight for a title, all of that. Where the UFC right now is great too. It's an entertainment industry, right? You can be catapulted by the UFC marketing machine to fight for a title.
Oh, they definitely have favorites, right?
Yeah, they can pick and choose, and they don't have to honor the rankings. They don't have to answer to anybody. There's nobody overseeing them. Where the Ali Act in boxing like oversees that stuff, and like you said, transparency. What's the pro rata share? What's the revenue? What's that? Like, we know because it has to be. But MMA wasn't. I mean, I guess it was enacted in 2000, but MMA wasn't talked about as much back then.
Right.
So MMA is not part of the Ali Act.
Okay. So
To
is
my
bare knuckle?
No.
No.
Just
Okay.
boxing.
Just traditional boxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not the best at describing it, but I do know that the Ali Act is good for all fighters. With the UFC getting into boxing, so under TKO Group, they are trying to, what's the wording they use? Reenact. Draw it back.
Okay.
Which means the UFC can run their own UFC boxing title. They can call it World Championship. All of these things. Where the WBO, IBO, these independent organizations run those now.
That's where the Ollie Act comes into play.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's to my understanding, it's an independent organization.
Mm-hmm.
For my opinion, what matters is the financial transparency and all that, but there's a lot of other inner workings.
Well, there's so much fucking collusion in it, too, that they've honestly kind of ruined boxing in one aspect. right?
Yeah.
Like because of the collusion and because of the people,
It will always
like
be
some of the
crooked.
promoters. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some give and take, right? Because I don't know. I'm still like I'm part of like a group chat on this with like 1,500 UFC fighters that are fighting against this. Former too. Most of them are former older guys that like
They don't have any
don't
skin
want to
in
see
the
the
game,
younger
right?
generation go through this.
Yeah.
Because the UFC did lose that class action lawsuit where they weren't paying us the correct pro rata share, and we as the fighters won, and the UFC had to pay because the books were closed. A lot of stuff was done illegally because there was no financial transparency. So it's just an interesting thing, but most boxers, like if you ask Canelo, like he's against this, against like TKO Group coming in, drawing it back, because that affects all of their money.
Right.
You know, there's a ton to it. I would say I'm not the right guy, but you could have somebody on here for 3 or more hours talking about
Just
this.
talking about that. Yeah.
But if you are interested, just start looking into it. It's called the
That's
Act.
wild. So have you gotten any money from that class action lawsuit yet? Have they paid?
Yeah, everything
anything?
is closed out. So
Yeah. But you know what's coming already.
yeah, a ton of fighters have been paid. They go in groups.
Was it do you think the amount that you're getting paid was worth it?
Worth what?
Like you fought in the UFC for fucking 10 years, didn't you?
The amount I'm getting paid is quite a bit.
Really?
And if that was what I should have been paid back then, it is kind of like, holy shit, I would have made, excuse me, but a fuckload more money.
Yeah. You don't have to apologize.
It feels
Well,
like...
dude, I'm glad that you're fucking actually getting it. Whoever put that together,
Yeah.
that's fucking cool, because cheers to that, man. Like, you guys, in my opinion, the fighters deserve more than fucking anything or anybody. You know, like, I get, like, there's the business side of it, who the owners, your Dana Whites and all this stuff, and the organization, right? And what they bring production value-wise, I know firsthand.
Yeah.
Because I deal with that. So I understand, like, yeah, all that shit costs money. But, I mean, it is such a wild game. You guys are the entertainers.
Yeah, the talent. And like,
Yeah.
you don't, like in your industry, the talent gets treated like, don't even fucking look them in the eyes, you know?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
some of them.
Some of them are like
Well,
Madonnas.
it depends. It depends on the deal that they've worked out, right? Like,
Yeah.
some of them are just owned by their record label, and they can't say shit. They have to work 8 nights a week, straight through, no breaks, shitty fucking... They're basically shoved around everywhere with handlers, right?
Yeah.
If you're owned by a record label or something like that, they're going to fucking work you into the ground, dude.
I need a handler.
Yeah.
I'm like, I say that now.
But it all depends on the deal. And then there's some artists that like have cut their own deal. Like, it's kind of the same thing when too many people get their hands in the cookie jar, right? Like,
Yeah, everybody's trying
shit
to
gets
skim.
fucking messed up, man. Like, when there's too many people involved or too many managers, or this is probably a reason why you manage yourself, right? Because
I make way more money now. I negotiate harder. It's me who has to do it.
right.
I had managers in the past that would just be like, this is the deal, take it or leave it. I'm like, that can't be the deal. I'm like, what was the first offer? And they're like, this was the first offer. I'm like,
And aren't they paid on percentages?
yeah, but so my experience is all with MMA, right? Mm-hmm. The way the UFC runs, they don't negotiate much with people like me, right? Now, McGregor might have a little bit more pull, but obviously not, because he's tried to come back a few times and hasn't completely. But I would say the UFC is fairly non-negotiable. Here's your offer. You want it? No? All right, well, there's 1,000 other guys around the world that'll take it.
Unless you're a superstar like
Unless
Conor.
you're a superstar and you have pull, right?
Yeah.
But how do you get to be a superstar? You got to fucking play the game first.
Right.
And then you got to like build that power yourself. You got to be able to like stand on your own. There's very few guys that have built up enough power that people will know that they're gone.
Right.
Because I mean,
Like not even, and this is no disrespect, but like even John Jones being gone, who I don't know him personally. I'm not a fan of what he's done outside of the octagon and stuff. And I think that gets overlooked because of who he is sometimes, right? Like,
yeah,
I think it's bullshit. I'll just be blatantly honest, right?
I agree with
I hope I never meet John face to face after saying that. But
he is one of those guys the fans will ask about if he's missing.
right.
Most of the other guys they can shove to the side, and if they're not
Like
hyping
even
or
like
anything-
Francis though, like they don't even you don't hear people talking about Francis other than like maybe on Rogan or like we're talking about it right now,
and you're like followed the
or
sport
even
hard.
John Jones.
You see how they just killed his vibe and like
They just
everything?
shoved him. Everything's Poetan now. Like who's the next guy? Like whoever is still fighting for the organization is getting the most love, obviously, and the most clout. Like not even when it comes down to like talking about goats and stuff. A lot of times it's guys that have fought very recently or have been or in the organization at the moment.
Yeah, they can make you irrelevant very quick
Yeah.
if they want. But there's a few they can't, right?
Yeah.
And those are the ones that have the most power. It's just a weird spot. But to get to that, like, I'm trying to think if anybody's come into the UFC that already had a ton of hype, that has a ton of pull.
No.
What about like? Do you think the Instagram stuff with like Sean O'Malley and his hype had
I
anything
think-
to do with?
I would say it helped, but like the UFC built Sean O'Malley, right? Because he went on Dana White's Contender Series. Snoop Dogg was there.
1,000%.
And then it's the UFC marketing machine, right? They can make you relevant or irrelevant very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if Sean O'Malley disappeared and wasn't talked about by the UFC, would fans still wonder where he is? Like McGregor has that, Jones has that, because Jones has that like villain type. So does McGregor.
Well, just seeing what McGregor brings to BKFC, there's a reason that he's there. I mean, he takes somewhat like he was the press conference pretty much. You know what I mean?
I was like, I'm glad I
it's like,
fucking made it around for this.
Crazy, right? And then I don't know. I was actually pretty shocked. The few interactions that I had with him, pretty super like down to earth dude. When the cameras aren't on and doesn't have a microphone in front of him, like
Yeah, I mean, all my dealings with him have been pretty cool.
yeah.
I haven't had any bad experiences with him. And he seems to like follow it and like know about past fights. And like I said, he like messaged me about this fight and was like, rematch has to happen. I would say it's cool having him part of BKFC. You'll see him repost guys' stuff that doesn't even have to do with him. Like he's promoting them a bit, which is cool. All of that helps.
He cares about it, right?
I think.
Yeah.
He cares.
Seems like-
He cares about it, or he cares about the money he makes. I mean, either way, I don't care. Like everything, you said it earlier. Everything is a business, right? I'm not saying the fighters should make all the money. Promotions have to make money, and then some, right? It has to be profitable. That's how business works. Otherwise, nobody will do it.
Yeah.
If no promotions were running, I wouldn't have any place to fight. So we do need that.
Well, and you can't grow. The UFC can't grow anymore if they're not turning like a massive profit, right?
yeah, they do have to turn a profit.
Yeah.
And then some. And I get that. And there's a financial risk in starting a business, and the whole goal is to build it up and have the payoff in the end more and more and more. There's part of that, but then there also has to be like the fair share of like the UFC fighter intro pay, I think is 10 and 10
It's so
for
crazy.
your first fight. So 10,000 to show, 10,000 extra if you win. I think when I got in the UFC, it was 8 and 8. And that was 2010.
That is so wild because you think about it, like if you're lucky, you might have 3 fights in a year. Maybe 2. Maybe
Yeah.
fucking
I would say 2 is more likely, right?
that's
so-
$20,000.
Yeah. So 10 and 10. Yeah.
Unless you get like
Say
a
you win-
fight bonus
say you
or
win
something,
both,
right?
you're
Which is
making-
like that's fucking gambling. As big as the cards are getting now.
You win both, that's what, 40,000. But then generally the gym gets 10%, your manager gets 10 to 20% depending on who you are. IRS, you're below minimum wage.
Dude, you have to have a full-time job or your spouse does or parents or be a trust fund kid or something, right?
Yeah, and that's why fighters hustle sponsorships.
Yeah.
Right? But then the UFC did that Reebok deal where they did it with all sponsorships. And you had to wear Reebok, and the Reebok intro pay was $2,500, and I think it capped out at 15 or 20,000. As like a champion, you got like 20,000.
That's so wild.
When I was on the undercard for the UFC, I would, what would I make? Around like 20 or more in sponsors, and that was like some of those fights were before they aired the undercard. They weren't even on fucking TV.
Really?
Yeah. So when they came with like
just from having like the logos on your shorts or whatever, right? Like the M Claw.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Monster's the only other one that's still
there's a few
some sort of deal. Whatever they're paying for that has got to be.
And they get to
fuckload of money. Yeah.
And the UFC takes most of it, and the fighter gets some of it.
That's wild.
Yeah, because I had fights before where the UFC was on the main card, and they're like put extra logos on my shorts. And I was like, oh, what are these? Like one in Australia was like a gambling site or something. I'm like, do I get paid on these? They're like, no, it's in your contract. We can put whatever we want on you. I didn't get any extra money.
That's like crazy.
Yeah. Where you used to get all this money.
Well, I
from
think it's so
sponsors.
dope now that that's it. It's cool that it's there at BKFC and some of these other like smaller organizations that you can do that, because how sick is it to walk out with a half-face scalper fucking logo on your shorts and like Whitney's like stuff that you guys are invested in like personally, right? And then your friends, and like it's fucking really cool, man.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, you know, my UFC career was like longer ago, so a big part of it I could have sponsors, but I had the Green Beret Foundation. I had quite a few others. I used to pick an organization every fight that I didn't get paid on, but I would do as like a promotion.
Oh, that's
thing.
badass.
And it was always ones that like I knew the people, knew the company, something cool.
I have a friend of mine that made a shitload of money because he started a clothing brand, but it was in like motocross. But motocross wasn't that big, but the Diaz brothers like rocked it. Oh. And it turned into this gigantic fucking brand after that.
Metal Militia?
Yeah.
Yeah. I played golf with Twitch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
fucking
Hendo's turn.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss Brian, but I just saw his daughter at the SEMA show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is crazy. She's like a NASCAR racer now, but like Brian Deegan started that, and Twitch, I think, was some sort of part of it. Yeah. It's crazy that he's still fucking flipping motorcycles and shit, dude. Like riding freestyle motocrosses.
Yeah, he seems like he takes care of himself, and like he was showing me his property out there in Temecula. He has like a whole course on his property. He was telling me like during COVID, like all the neighborhood kids came, and like he like, from my understanding, I don't know him super well, but what he was telling me, he like hooked all these kids up, got them into motocross, was teaching them. Can you imagine just like going down the street and there's like one of the best motocrossers in the world, and he's like, you want to learn? Got you a bike, gear, everything. And I still see him posting like raising money for kids.
Yeah, pull up Twitch's Instagram, because he's like he's got to be my age, if not older. What's his IG? I think he's a few years older than me. I think he's like 50.
Twitch. What a cool dude though. Like
he's awesome, and he's
Steinberg. Yeah, Steinberg.
He's got Tourette's, right?
Yeah, and that's why they call him Twitch, right?
Yeah. So like when you're talking to him, I love it because I don't know. If I could have if you were able to pick the disease that you wanted, I think that would be one that I would want. Because
fuck, I don't know about that.
It's so crazy that what he does, you know, it's so crazy the amount of focus to hit one of those little fucking ramps, like after talking to those guys.
Yeah.
And like the couple times that I've been fucking around, because this is kind of how I started in live production, was with these guys.
I would rather fight 10 people than do that shit. So he's upside down.
It's so crazy. Yeah, it's wild.
But he's such a cool dude. Like I met his whole family at Endo's house, and like he's a total family guy, laid back, wasn't raging, just like very cool. Like, hey, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Like,
yeah.
Very cool.
No, he's awesome.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, but I used to do a ton of monster shit with him. He's a good dude.
Show some motocross clips so we can stop boring the shit out of people with like the Ali act and some.
But all these guys used to like fight train, you know? Like, do you know Vince Pichel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Vince used to train with Deegan and those guys, I guess. Like,
oh, really?
Back in the day, yeah. It was like a long fucking time ago. And Deegan actually went through, like, he had a really, really horrible fucking crash here in Aspen on ice, dude. It was, it might be one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in person. Like, I heard his femur like snap like a 2x4 landing on ice. And I think he got, pretty addicted. They did like a whole documentary on it, but he got pretty addicted to like opiates and pain pills and shit that they had him on.
Yeah.
But like fight training is what kind of got him out of that to where he could get back to like training MMA and rolling jiu-jitsu and like.
Really? Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the motocross guys I feel like are rough and tough dudes. Like,
they're super tough.
they're not
man.
pussies.
No.
They're not attacking other people, but I've always said
Some of them do.
Yeah. I mean for sport.
Right.
But I've always said, like, when I meet people and they tell me, like, I can't picture you as a fighter, that is insane. You got to be partly out of your mind. And I was like, I mean, maybe, but the things that I think are crazy are like motocross, supercross stuff. Like, you can't fight gravity. You're going 80, 100 feet in the air. Fuck that. I would rather fight 10 people, or like rodeo guys.
Oh, it's so wild, man.
Bronco riding, anything with the rodeo. You're talking about like a 2,000-pound bull that doesn't speak English and wants to fucking destroy you. Like, doesn't give a shit. Those two are way crazier to me.
It's so crazy, man. Like,
then you get into like F1.
Well, and you get around like, because I've been around some of those guys. Like, we've had Cody Lostro as a friend of mine, and he's arguably one of the best bull riders of all time.
Yeah, I listened to that.
He's been on the podcast. He's fucking a stud, and now he's like a lion hunter. It's just like,
he would laugh at my two missing teeth. He probably has full dentures,
Dude, some of those guys have had full face replacements.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, and they never winset like anything, dude. They're just like, oh, it's just life. You just gotta fucking keep going or whatever, right?
I mean, not really. I don't have to get on the bull or anything. I could just walk past it too.
But man, such a fucking stud. And arguably, like, it's cool. I consider you Colorado royalty. There's a few people like you, Derek Wolf, Scott Parker, but Cody is definitely in that lineup. Like, born and raised here, fucking crazy bull riding career. Like, in the PBR, he's still in the PBR. They have some weird thing now where they do like this team like coaching thing. It's like bull riding teams versus each other. I don't really understand it. Like, he kind of explained it when he was in, but
that's cool.
But it's cool. He's still involved with the sport, so he's coaching all these younger kids, and he's like the New York's Mavericks bull riding coach or something. I don't know. It's huge. Like, fucking, they sell out arenas and shit.
Oh, I bet.
And people come out and watch like two teams compete against each other. Like,
you've been to Vegas during the rodeo. Like,
oh my
I don't
God,
follow the
dude.
rodeo, but the first time I was in Vegas when they were there, it was like the PBR or whatever. I was like, why is it so busy? And like checking in, I think the concierge was like, oh, the rodeo's in town. I'm like, the rodeo?
December, man. It's crazy.
And it's nuts.
It's so insane, man. Like, I ate at Barry's twice last fucking week, dude.
place
It's
is
fucking
amazing.
glutton, dude.
I would eat there every day.
I'm a glutton. I took some guys there. I actually took Richie from Norwal, and those guys, and they'd never been, and it was cool because you get a half face blade to like cut up your steak if you know some people there.
Yeah.
Like, they have some half face blades like steak knives. Because you've eaten there, right? Didn't we?
Yeah,
we
I've been there with Beto.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there a couple times. It's a cool spot.
Yeah, those guys are fucking awesome, man. Like, I don't know if the owners want us to drop their names, but like, they're fucking studs. They take care of us, man.
Yeah.
Like, because of Beto.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But the food there is amazing, and like the whole presentation of it is awesome. It's in
so
Circa.
wild.
If you were hearing this and you want to know, it's in Circa Hotel.
Yeah,
so off the
Barry's
street.
Prime downtown, best steak in fucking Vegas. It's the only steakhouse in Nevada where you're going to get a half face blade to cut up your steak. Like, if you're spending that much money on a steak, you might as well have a nice knife to fucking cut it with.
Yeah, and don't be a piece of shit and steal it.
Yeah. No, they fucking
They've got
watch
a
them
lot
pretty.
go missing.
I think the knives are only for the VIPs, I think. But it'll make you appreciate, like, when you go to like another steakhouse and you're like, I'm paying fucking $120 for the steak, and you bring me a fucking Outback steak knife. Like, get this the fuck out of here, dude. Like, like,
that is one thing, like, will resonate with your podcast, but that is, every time I travel out of the country, Nobody does steak like America.
No.
I take that back. Brazil, like South America.
Argentina is fucking pretty.
The Americas, though.
Yeah.
You're in, you know, my last fight was in Florence, right? And you know what's famous in Florence? The Florentine steak.
Right.
Fucking trash. You know what?
I bet you the pasta and bread was fucking amazing.
Everything else is amazing. The seafood, pasta, everything. But they'll be like, "You want the best steak in town?" And I'm like, "The fuck is that?" Like in Florence, I was with a bunch of Texas guys too,
right?
And like very well off Texas guys. And my buddy, he's like, "I can't wait to get back to Texas and get some real steak."
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, most steakhouses that I go to, I'm even disappointed. I'm such a fucking snob because I grill so much meat at home.
Yeah.
And I've got it down to like a little bit of a craft, man. Like I'm fucking pretty good at it, dude. Like not to toot my own horn, but like
go ahead.
But Barry's is equivalent. It's a better steak than I can cook. And I really like strip steak in Vegas too. It's in Mandalay Bay. It's like a little fucking, it's cool. I think I like it because I'm a fucking glutton for French fries. But to bring it back to fucking Rome and the food, that you don't go there for the meat, dude. Like, dude, I gained like 10 pounds. Why would
Did you?
Dude, well, fucking Beto, of course, is like, let's go to this restaurant, let's go to that. Like, normally I eat like once a day.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you know, like just it's the regiment that I'm on. Fucking there, I was eating 3 times a day, drinking red wine, fucking eating pasta, crushing bread, like focaccia, all kinds of shit, dude. Like,
yeah, it was funny because every time I like messaged you guys, it was not like you guys were out going like clubbing and stuff. Every time it was like at some restaurant late as fuck.
Yeah,
and it was the next day. You guys were like, "Oh my god, you should have eaten here." I'm like, "Yeah."
I felt so bad.
Wish I could. No, I wasn't even mad about it, but
I actually want to go back to Rome with that group, but I felt bad because you weren't included in any of the fucking fun we got to have, really. Until like the very last day. I know that you guys stayed a few days longer than I did, but
oh yeah, it's all right. What's funny is because Beto went to Tuscany with us after.
Yeah, that's awesome. How was that?
It was cool. It's way more laid back, right? Like we
Yeah.
stayed on this like vineyard. It was really nice. They had a Michelin star restaurant there.
Fucking A.
And
That's
the best thing
huge.
about Beto is like he's well cultured, so he knows a ton, right?
Especially about food and wine.
Yeah, so this is Beto, the owner of Half Face Blades. He knows a ton about cooking, and I don't know if you've ever been to his house. He could be a restaurant cook. Like his cooking is ridiculous. But he's very cultured in wine, food, everything. And he runs a very successful business. He can go all over the world, do whatever he wants, but he never puts on a show, right?
Yeah.
So like we check into this hotel and we rented a car, so I drove us from Rome to Tuscany. Yeah, so it was a couple hours. It was like 3 or 4 hours. We drove there. We get out, and we're in just like driving clothes. Beto's in like cut-off shorts and I think like a tank top or whatever. And we go to like the front of the Michelin restaurant. There's nobody in it. And he was like, "Yeah, we have a reservation for here tonight at 8, which is in like an hour and a half." The guy was like, for this restaurant? And I could tell I have no teeth. I think we're all in
Cuts under
sweats
your eyes and
Beato's in a
shit.
tank top, and we just look like trash.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, for this restaurant." I called ahead. And the guy was like, no, I think, you know, the bar menu down there was another restaurant at the resort. And he's like, they have burgers and
dude.
stuff.
Yeah.
And Beto was just like, "No, I get that. It's for this one." And the guy was like, "Oh, do you want to see a menu?" And I think he thought like, you know, balking at the prices or whatever.
Yeah.
He shows it and he's like giving us the rundown. The guy was being like very just like, meh, like you don't belong here kind of thing. And the most expensive one was like a 7-course meal. And he's like, the whole table has to eat the same thing. We don't do individuals, so you guys need to decide. I felt like he was trying to deter us.
Right.
And Beto was like, "Yeah, the 7-course looks great, but I don't know if that's going to be enough food. Can I add more courses to it?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, if you want." And he's like, "Awesome, cool. We're probably going to do 9." And like we go and come back, and then he does the whole show, and like he's getting freaking everything. Like
That's fucking awesome.
and like he knows his wine too, so he's like, "What year is this? Where is it from? Like how was it made? Like this and that," and like asking him questions, and you could see the guy being like, "Oh, like he knows what he's talking about."
Yeah. That was like my entire week with him in Rome while you were cutting weight and shit. Was like, we got to go to this spot for lunch, or we got to go here. It was awesome.
Yeah.
He's a fucking great tour guide. Incredible.
Oh, I got some videos of him being the tour guide just because he's never been there.
Right.
But he knows so many people that are like, go here, here, here. You know, like Ryan Bates used to live there.
Okay.
Ryan Bates said when he was working in Somalia or whatever, not Somalia, but on those cargo ships.
Yeah.
You know, fighting Somali pirates and stuff. He's like, every time I got leave, I had an apartment in Rome. So I'd just go to Rome.
The Gulf of Aden is where they were.
So he's like, do this, this, and this. He's like, I used to hold a full-time apartment there.
Really?
Every single time I'd just shoot over there. So he knows the city in and out and like gave us some tips and yeah.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. I love that about Beto. The best thing about him is like you said, he doesn't put on a show. He just is who he is. Too. Yeah. I went to San Diego to meet up with him a few weeks ago, maybe last month, something like that. And he hit me up. He's like, hey, we're going to, let's just meet for dinner. Because I think I was going to go to his house. I can't remember what it was. We were going to meet up. And I think I was supposed to go to his house. But he's like, hey, I'm over here doing something. I had to stay at the shop late or whatever. Can you just meet me at this restaurant? And I was like, sure. Where's it at? So he sends me the address and he's like, I'll be there in 30 minutes. I was like, well, fuck, I'm 30 minutes from there. And like, I'm in board shorts. Like, is there a dress code? And he's like, fuck, I don't know if there's a dress code. He's like, don't worry about it. He's like, I'm in shorts and a fucking hoodie or whatever right now. Anyways. So we show up and everybody's like fucking dressed in like ball gowns and shit. And I'm literally in board shorts. I mean, it was a nice, like upscale Mexican restaurant. Shout out to Redo in San Diego because they took care of us. But like, he's just got that sort of like clout that everybody was still happy to see him. And he's in like cut off shorts.
Yeah.
I think he wore cut off shorts to the fucking Vatican. And even the tour guide was like, no, you can't show your knees. He's like, no, it's going to be all right. Trust me. Like, I know all about the Catholic religion.
Yeah, his mom's like a missionary. Yeah. I know. I took that picture of him. Like, so many people commented him laying in one of the windowsills, like posing.
It's the best, dude.
Oh,
so fucking funny, man.
Fun guy to travel with, too.
Yeah.
Like, all in all, not all in all, but aside from the fight, it was a fun trip.
It was an incredible trip, man. Like, that was the only downer for me was like,
the way I look at it is like,
it was bullshit is the way I look at it.
Yeah. I mean, if everything works out right, we run it back, right? I'm not asking for give me. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
And no excuses, right? Like you just said that. Like fucking
if I lost another decision, I would shut the fuck up. I'd never go on a podcast again or anything. I would just disappear.
Well, dude, thanks for coming on here.
I'd do the Homer Simpson into the bushes.
Thanks for coming on here, dude.
This is great.
Especially this short after it. Like the best part of it, which always surprises me about you, because I've been your friend through a few losses. Not all of them, I think, but fuck, dude, I think we're going on like 5 years or something now. A friendship.
It's been a while.
At least, yeah. It's been a minute. But I'm always like, sometimes I'm more upset about it than you are.
Oh, I am deep down. I don't show it. Like,
I love that though, man, because
you learn to like. I don't know. Well, I was gonna say take it like a man and like fucking hold it up, but then I got accused of not taking it like a man.
Oh yeah,
fuck you.
Yeah. No, you did. Because, what was funny about that night is I was just hanging out with Whit and like just hanging out with the friends, but kind of being there to support her and you as much as I could, right?
Yeah.
Even though I was there to attend the fights and have a good time and do some other business. But at one point, Brandon's like, hey, we need your help. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, what's up?
In.
Yeah. And he's like, they have Chris's belt. We got to get Chris's belt back. So we're like running around the venue, like asking Gabriel, like Corner and Connor, like, hey, Chris needs his belt back.
Fucking Rome has it now.
So I hadn't
put
seen
a bounty on that thing.
Yeah. So I was just trying to help the situation. And then that's when I first made it back to the locker room and I was like, man, this is going to, I didn't know what to expect. Like, walk in, you were the happiest guy in there, dude. Like, I think I was more down than you were, and your teeth were knocked out, and your one tooth was like protruding in, and like,
oh yeah,
you had just gotten stitched up, and you're fucking cleaning up cuts on your hands, and you were like, oh, what's up, dude? Like, you were like happy to see me
on that kind of loss. Again, there's definitely there's things I could have done different, right?
Right.
There's things I should have done more of. I slowed down too much in the end. There's a lot of corrections to be made. Like I'm not like, oh, I put on the perfect performance and then I lost. Like I cringe watching myself, even if like when I knocked out Joe Riggs in 26 seconds, there's things I cringe about watching because I'm my biggest critic, but I've had some like devastating losses. Never been knocked out. Count that.
Yeah.
Like in 20 years.
That's fucking, wait a minute.
I've never been finished by strikes.
That's so
been
fucking
submitted.
wild, dude.
And I've always said I'm trying to ride out that way too, right? So every fight now I do go into that and I'm like, can't fucking happen.
There's got to be some sort of record in that, right?
I got ranked as like one of the best chins in combat sports by some magazine like a while back. I should find it.
That's fucking awesome.
Because I've taken a lot of significant strikes. Like I got my jaw broken on The Ultimate Fighter, but like didn't get rattled.
You're right. I remember that. That's what
concussions.
got you out of the whole mix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not fast. I'm not athletic. I'm not explosive.
Eh.
Got these white twitch muscles, is what the guys at the gym say. But my mom blessed me with the fucking head of a Rottweiler or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I'm just like Homer Simpson. I could bounce off it.
It
I haven't
could be that gladiator blood that's in you, man, because
I don't know if
Italian descent, you know?
as far as like fights go, I don't know that I've ever been like hurt. It's weird. For
That's
me,
fucking awesome,
I've
man.
never felt like dizzy or whatever. I just like look like Flash. You get hit and you're just like, what the fuck? I've never felt like out of it. I can't call it. Yeah, I got to get this. Well, I got to see if this guy's around for a rematch because I do think that he can't ride off into retirement and feel good about this. I can't feel good about this.
I don't feel good about it.
I will make this statement right here and never come back on this show. I'm sorry.
Why, dude?
If
I don't care
let
if
me
he didn't
run it
fight
back
anybody.
if I don't rip this guy's head off and just I think I gave him a little bit too much respect. I was a little soft on it. Like if we're gonna play like Fallon's Fallon or sorry, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I will fuck that guy up. I don't care if it's in Rome again. I don't care if it's in Italy. I don't care if it's in Colorado, the U.S. I will make sure that it does not go to a decision. But I got to right or wrong, and now I'm like kind of like zoned in on it. If it doesn't happen, my life is still great. But
Well, don't ruin it on not coming on this podcast. You're always fucking welcome on here. Don't threaten that shit.
yeah, I'll
No,
probably-
there's got to be. There's got to be. There's no question about it. I hope it's kind of like in New York or something would be fucking kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if BKFC is legal in New York.
Really?
Yeah, it's not legal in most states, but slap fighting is. Does that tell you something?
That's so
Again,
crazy.
to what we were talking about, the legal stuff.
Yeah.
Slap fighting is legal.
Yeah, I got to
in
tell you
Vegas.
some shit off there, some stuff that I'm working on for them next, which is
Yeah.
even.
Oh yeah, I can't.
It's crazy.
you're like.
I signed an NDA though, so I can't fucking talk about it publicly.
Yeah.
But
no, this is great.
yeah, man, it's fucking awesome, man. Like what a week though. That I mean, just being in Italy with so many good friends, you know, Beto, you, Whitney, like that, dude. That was fucking fun in itself. You know, Coach Jake, just fucking everybody's awesome, man. You're surrounded by good people, and then the other thing that like shocked me is how many friends that I walked away with from there. Like Hayes, the Huntman.
Oh, dude,
Huntsman,
Hayes is the
you know,
man.
he's a fucking incredible human being and somebody that you could totally write off by like judging it, like looking at him. He's a scary looking
tattooed face.
motherfucker, dude. Like he's got like tribal. Pull up Hayes the Huntsman, and is like
Hayes, I think.
yeah. I fucking love this dude, man.
No,
Like,
he's my boy. Like he'll be a lifelong.
You're
friend of
typing in
mine.
too much. Just type in H because we've been going back and forth like nonstop.
Yeah, there he is. HAZ.
Right there.
Oh, HAZ.
Yeah, him, his whole family are the coolest people ever.
And his friends like Mel, who's another BKFC fighter, like we just instantly kind of fucking hit it off. And they were so supportive of you and Whitney and us in general. And I was actually kind of shocked at the entire organization, how open all the fighters were and just like
Yeah, his eyelid ripped.
so crazy.
That's why they
It's
stopped
split.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wild.
oh,
But like
Well,
looking
I-
at this guy, like
well, I have
I'm
the,
sure he is an animal, right? But like an incredible human being, dude.
Well, I have the chance actually on an American podcast.
Yeah.
'Cause this is funny. His wife told me this. Like, so we've seen them in a few fights, right? Like him, his wife, his entire family, all of his people are awesome.
Oh, I know his brother. Like I've been texting with him all week.
He gave Beto his like Maori feather
was there,
thing.
dude.
Yeah, and Beto's
So
like, I'm gonna
fucking cool.
Beto like doesn't get shocked by a lot of things.
Yeah.
Bates brought him truffles from another country one time, and he's like, Beto's gonna look at him and just be like, "Oh, cool, thanks." But Hayes gave him one of his like traditional like
Yeah.
feathered things, and Beto's like, "I'm gonna put this on like a case in the showroom of half-face blades," which is, I gave him my shoes one time, and they're still sitting on a dusty shelf with half-face blades, and they're fully painted, which is cool. But Hayes, like, you know, we as Americans, we see that all that, and we don't know tradition, we don't know tribal, we don't know any of that. Everybody stares at him, right? One thing his wife told me in Rome, like the first day I saw them, because I'm like, oh, good to see you again. And we were talking about how she does a lot of his video work, right? Like TikTok and everything, trying to promote him, being a good partner, promoting him. And she was like, you know, every time I make like, this is my husband, or don't want to walk down a dark alley with this guy or whatever as a joke, she's like, it's always American people that are like, yeah, but I'll just shoot him. She told me her TikTok is full of people being like, I would just shoot that motherfucker.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, I'm sorry for
fucked
that.
up,
I
bro.
will
Yeah.
apologize for all of the fucking
that's messed up.
redneck idiots. But most of the people saying that don't even know how to shoot a gun.
No.
And she was like, is that a thing? Like,
Kind of is.
because I don't think they've ever been to America. And she's like,
They haven't. And
she was like,
when they come,
really that?
yeah, when they come, they're coming on here.
I was like, listen, everybody that says that doesn't know how to fucking shoot a gun anyway. Because people that do know how to shoot wouldn't say, I'll shoot you on the internet.
If you're listening to this, do not read Instagram comments, fucking YouTube comments. It is the stupidest things that you'll ever hear, and the most ignorant people are the people making the worst comments on all those issues.
Yeah.
Like the way that they have put me on blast.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good for you. Like, I've honestly kind of checked out of Instagram a little bit, just for the sheer fact it's been like fucked up lately.
I can still picture it. She's like, it's the weirdest thing. She's like, every time somebody says, I would just shoot him, she's like, I look and they're American.
Right.
She's like,
Of course.
She's like, guns are just such a thing. And I'm like, no, they're not. That's the retarded majority. You can bleep that out if you want.
Right. No, we
But
ain't
anyway.
bleeping shit out.
We like Hayes.
Well, I will fucking love Hayes. Hayes will be on the podcast if he ever comes to Colorado.
I'm trying to get him to come stay with us.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
go. Yeah. I want Mel to come with him too. Like, Mel's a fucking giant, just beast, man.
All of Hayes' friends are 260 plus. I'm like,
bro.
the NFL should recruit wherever the fuck you live.
And
'Cause these-
fucking sweethearted gangsters, bro. Like, like literally, like, oh, so good to see, the gold teeth and just fucking yoked. And it was, I had the best time with those guys. Like, all the Aussies, the New Zealanders, they're just a different breed, man. Like, every time that I've toured or been to that country,
they're the nicest
like,
people.
I've toured with a bunch of those people. Like, I have a ton of friends that are Kiwis. I have a ton of friends from Australia. They're just fucking good people. I mean, you say what you will about them being criminals or whatever. It's crazy.
How many years ago?
Yeah.
Why you bring up old shit?
Right. Yeah. Same thing. We were all cowboys, right? At
Yeah.
one point, or fucking wagon riders or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's wild too. And the population of Australia is very small
Yeah.
compared to landmass. Like,
Most of it's not livable.
yeah, dude. Well, the whole middle of it's like basically not inhabited other than fucking shit that'll kill you.
Yeah.
Like spiders. There's trees there that'll fucking kill you.
I've been there a bunch and I forget
Yeah.
what it is. There's like 13 poisonous snakes in the world and they have 12 of them. I think the only one they don't have is the mamba.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It's so crazy. But it's wild. I think, and I think where did I hear this? I heard it on another podcast. Like, I don't even think the state of Colorado, just our population, I think is about a third of their whole country. Like, I think LA's population dwarfs all of Australia. Like our big cities, like New York, LA.
So they have a country full of faggots.
I didn't say that.
You might have to cut that out. No, you don't have to cut it out. I meant it.
Faggots in a good way, dude. Like,
I don't mean gay. I mean,
right. No, it's what a fucking amazing people though, dude. I can't wait to have Hayes in here.
now I can never run for office.
Yeah. Where are you going to? Mara Denver, dude.
Yeah,
you should be.
Denver.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a 3rd grade teacher in there now. Maybe I got a
Yeah,
shot.
no joke, man. That's wild. Yeah, no, I hope those guys come out. And yeah, there's so many people that I met. Like, I met this dude, David. I wish I could look up David on Instagram. I need to give his last name. He's
David.
He's a Lowetway. I hope I'm saying that right.
Lethway.
Lethway. He was like a Lethway champion. But then we got to talking. He had been on Rogan, and he went on and told the story
He was
about
there?
yeah.
I was supposed to fight that guy.
Oh, you were?
Well, supposed to. I got offered to fight him. It was like during COVID. I was going to go to Myanmar and fight him in Lethway.
No shit.
David Leduc, I think.
Yeah, that's who it was. Super nice guy. I actually met him in the hotel gym of all places, and
He
we
was
just
there,
started
huh?
fucking talking.
There it is.
There he is, yeah.
LUDUC.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
let's see.
You're getting too clicky, dog.
Sorry.
You're good.
Right there.
Yep.
Ah.
Listen, the offer's still on the table, David.
Super nice dude.
No, yeah, he's
Yeah.
cool. Like, the money just wasn't there. I was like, oh, you wanted to go to Myanmar for... I was like, I'll spend more money fucking going there than I will making it. Oh, did he sign with BKFC?
So BKFC
I would
bought
totally
some
fight
sort
him
of...
in Lethway.
So it's like headbutting's legal,
Yeah.
right? Isn't
Is
that
it-
the big thing?
It's legal here in Denver. I
It
I
is?
could fight David here in Denver. Colorado Commission will allow Lethway. They've done events.
No shit.
It's Muay Thai with headbutts.
Yes.
So it's kicking, elbowing, kneeing, and headbutts.
And then he's also involved in some sort of like fucking rope fighting or something, I think.
Well, that's the traditional way that they wrap
okay.
their hands in rope.
That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I ended up talking to him in the gym for like a fucking hour or something. And he was telling me this crazy story of like why he went on Rogan is there was in the prisons wherever, like where's Lethway originated from? Is it
Myanmar.
Myanmar. So in Myanmar.
Myanmar, I don't know how you say
Okay.
it.
Look that up, maybe, Tyler, so we don't fuck it up.
On. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Burmese.
Burmese. So Burmese boxing, right? This crazy story. We ended up like we should have fucking recorded it because I ended up asking.
I told
him a
you to
million
bring your
questions.
podcast
I know. So he was involved somehow in like trying to get some prisoners' freedom, and they would set up these
Yeah, in Thailand.
Burmese boxing deals in Thailand.
Yeah, they do it. It's a normal thing. Vice did a documentary on it.
Really?
You can win your freedom, but you have to fight professional like Muay Thai fighters.
Yes,
I think we should do that here.
we totally should.
I feel like what was the movie?
Especially like
A Dangerous
as
Game?
long as it's like a misdemeanor charge, what would be considered a misdemeanor charge today? Because like
No, I'll
all
give
these
felony.
people that I don't know about that, dog.
Whitney and I just talked about this recently. I was like, you know what we should do? Is like pedophiles and all this shit. Give them hope. Like if you can make it through this, and you started out like big acreage.
Like Most Dangerous Game for
Oh,
pedophiles.
Most Dangerous Game, yeah, with Ice Cube, right back in the day.
Yeah. Well, that's a
But
crazy
like,
book.
you get there like normal hunters and everything.
Yeah.
But at the end is like Beto and Bates or whatever, like some fucking
Like the level 10.
like bad motherfucker and like snipers and people that
Hunters
hunt you
of
down.
man.
You get through that, maybe you walk out, but you gotta leave the country.
yeah.
You don't get to stay here, but you get your freedom, but send you somewhere else because I think that the percentage that would make it would be pretty minimal. You get Jocko or like that's the last boss.
They're like, no, level 10 should be like the elite, right? Like some guys that
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Jocko, Beto,
like tier one
Bates,
operators
like,
or some shit.
yeah, whoever it is. But
Right.
like, you get through that, you know, if you're religious, maybe fucking God wants you to live, but you
Yeah.
don't get to live here. You get to live on, not Australia anymore because there's people there,
So
but we'll put
crazy,
them on
though.
another island.
It's kind of fucking cool because you think of guys like after hearing Jason Lee's story, which thank you for setting that up, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of our most downloaded podcasts right now.
Really?
And the guy has like, when he came in, he had like no following. I think you taught him how to do social media or somebody did or his kids did or
I mean,
something.
I didn't teach him, but I just told
Yeah.
him like a couple things, and I'm sure he learned some other shit.
Well, dude, we still have one of his clips that's getting like, I think it's like 5,000 views an hour.
It's a crazy story.
It's fucking wild.
I'll send you
He's
the-
an amazing dude too. Like an
Great guy
incredible
now.
guy.
Great guy now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always been good to me. I don't know about before, like
Yeah.
anything. He's always been cool by me, but yeah, what you were talking about with that, Vice did an entire documentary of like how Thailand does it and everything. In order for these guys to win their freedom, they have to fight like professional Muay Thai fighters, and they do it as a show, and the king comes, all these people watch, and if this random guy who's given a chance to train beats a professional, they're like, congratulations, you're free.
It's actually really cool, I think. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, Jason's a fucking stud, man. He's
No, he is.
such a good dude. And I was a little nervous about like, I was like, fuck, man, should I have this guy on? And I'm so glad I did, man. Like and that was all off of like your recommendation. I was like,
I would
all
never
right.
refer you to somebody that I'm like, I mean, it's a wild card.
But yeah, but like looking at it on paper, right? Okay, so this guy's fighting for an illegal fight organization, which is now hitting me up for him. And they're like, hey, you want to come to whatever? And I'm like, I think
you should. I'll go with you.
yeah.
If we get to go and be guests,
If Jason, we got to wear masks and ski masks and shit.
how are we going to do that and be filming? You're like, oh, yeah. Here's me in the ski mask.
Well, it's so
and not
crazy.
me.
Everybody's in a ski mask except for the fighters.
Actually,
Yeah.
I need to speak to my attorney that I don't have and make sure that that's okay. But
Yeah,
That would
I don't
be-
know that I want to be involved with that, man. I got kids to fucking come home to and shit.
I mean, I fought in Russian organizations and weird shit.
Yeah.
and warlords, and
it's so crazy, man.
I got offered to fight at Putin's house before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, can we talk about that?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah?
it didn't happen, but
What the fuck?
Jacoby,
so tell me
too.
this story. No way.
yeah.
Well, I know that like there's a few UFC guys that have taken like oligarchs' money to go over and like hang out with them, right? Like,
Yeah.
What do you do? Are you really hanging out with them, or are you like fighting over there?
I mean, I didn't go and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what the offer was of like, let's see. So what year would this been?
This is fucking crazy, dude. This is wild.
I've never told you this?
Like, no.
Oh, Jacoby and I can remember as we were at Chatfield talking about like,
Like, how long ago was this?
so I left the UFC in 2018. I think it was 2018, 18 or 19. It was right after that. So once you leave the UFC, you get a good window of like organizations that are trying to like build, right? But it's also, what do you want to call it? We call it like, or we don't, but in my head I refer to as like feed or kill.
Okay.
Right? Because you're coming out of the UFC. So you get a lot of offers. You get a lot of like local offers.
Because they want to use your name and your fame, right?
They want to build their local
organization.
hero or
Right.
whatever. So you're on the chopping block. Because local organizations want to prove like our local guy beat this guy, he should be in the UFC.
Right.
They want to use you as a stepping stone. But you also have a chance to like get big money. I mean, I fought a couple here locally that like I had 2 fights I didn't get punched in and made a shitload of money. Like oil companies paid me back when oil was big in Denver
No shit. That's crazy.
to be the main event. And I don't think that they were trying to catapult another guy because I'm like the bigger guy around here. But they wanted it for oil guys. They wanted a big main event.
That they were like sponsoring or something, or their name, yeah.
It was, there used to be an oil show that was for entertainment for all the like roughnecks, salespeople.
Dude, those are some
executives.
wild boys out in those oil fields, like, and they make fucking crazy money.
Yeah, so those ones I knew I wasn't.
It's probably a gambling ring, honestly, dude. Yeah. They're probably trying to get some of their oil money back.
Those ones I didn't feel like I was getting set up, but you do get offers from other like stateside promotions.
Well, we just saw
stuff.
Grant go through this, right? Like twice.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it's like a little different when you leave the UFC, right?
Okay.
Like, I ended up signing with a Russian organization, but before that, I got a call, which is a really weird call, and it was a well-known manager who had been in MMA for a long time, who I had actually trashed a bunch in the media prior and all this. And he was like, I have an offer for you. It's going to sound really weird, but I need you to entertain it and let me know if you're interested. I was like, fucking shoot. And it was to fight at a private party for Putin in Moscow at one of Putin's vacation houses. But it was a whole card. And they had done these years prior. It was once a year. I'd read about them on like MMA forums.
So there's no cameras. This is like a private event, right?
Yeah, if I remember right, I don't remember seeing videos, but I knew fighters that had done them.
Okay.
You could Google it too. Put like
Putin's private MMA fights or something.
yeah, Putin's MMA fighting.
Doesn't he train?
I had known about it from like forums and stuff, and the manager that had called me that was working.
Now the
with
FBI
him,
is definitely showing up at the studio.
I mean, I don't remember his name. So. Are we doing this live or is this post?
No, well, it'll probably come out tomorrow or the next day.
Okay, so anyways, the offer was for me to fight at a private party for Putin. And I can really remember Jacoby and I were at Chatfield. And then they asked me, like, do you have any friends? And Dustin was like, fucking tell them about me.
I fucking love Dustin.
We were getting ready to go, like, jet skiing. And so they offered Dustin and I both fights.
No shit.
Yeah. And I remember who they offered me to fight, which is why I didn't do it. So they wanted me to fight this guy named Amagov. Amagov was in the UFC, Strike Force, everything.
Like a while ago?
When they offered me, this had to have been when I left the UFC, so 2018, 19.
Okay, so not that fucking long ago.
And the guy was like, I know what you're thinking. Wait, yeah, go to that one. Gave $150,000. So Putin would tip guys. This guy lost
tip guys, but then you owe him.
This guy was like kind of like I don't mean this in an asshole way, but kind of like unknown. I was saying nobody in American MMA, and he fought Alexander Shlemenko, who used to be the Bellator champion. He lost, but Putin liked the way he fought and ended up sending him $150,000 to his bank account, where this guy would make in America like $5,000.
He's not even making that in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could read through this or whatever, but this was one of the articles they sent me.
Then
What year was that?
That was 2022.
Okay, so that's a little later, but they
This too.
that was talked about beforehand too. Not that one.
yeah.
Khabib.
That's so crazy, man. Like,
It definitely wasn't 2022 when I got offered that, but they used that. That article was sent to me
20 million
about how he would tip you. So
Yeah.
the pay wasn't what I wanted at all. I think they offered me like 10 grand.
Oh, fuck that.
And I was like, get fucked. Like,
yeah.
but they wanted me to fight this guy, Amagov, who used to be in the in Strike Force. Then he was in the UFC. He was good.
Was it MMA rules or was
Anthony-
it like King of the Streets type
No,
shit?
MMA rules.
Okay.
Anthony Smith fought Amagov back in Strike Force, so I called him about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, be real fucking careful what you do over there. Amagov, they offered me that fight, so I Googled it and everything. And I see that this guy just like stabbed a guy to death.
Oh,
He was like
awesome.
a Russian mob guy. And that was like 3 months prior to this offer. And I was like, well, hold on a minute. I'm like, you want me to come fight like some guy that's tied with the Russian mob for 10 grand at Putin's house? Like, get fucked.
Yeah.
I'm not a dummy. Part of me was in because you could ask Dustin this next time he comes in. I was like, it would make for a fucking cool story. Though.
Yeah.
And
I think the last time you were in, you told me about some prince. You went to Saudi Arabia or Iraq or some. Where'd you go?
Different.
And you bought a Falcon and shit?
No, I was going to.
Oh, okay. Oh,
see, we're not playing real sports here.
Yeah.
We have millions of dollars, and I can't get like.
Right.
But anyways, like, they wanted me to fight this guy Amagov, and I was like, "Wait, isn't he in prison?" And the guy who was setting this up, he was like, "Oh, it's all propaganda. It was self-defense,
Sure it is.
everything." And I was like, "He stabbed a guy in the chest in the middle of the city." And he was like, "Self-defense." And I was like, "I'm in, but anybody but that guy." I was like, "This just doesn't seem like it'll work out good for me. Like, I knock him out. How the fuck do I leave Russia?"
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "I promise it's not like that." It's an American guy. He lives in California. I'll tell you who it is off this.
Yeah.
He was like, "I promise you it's not like that." And they sent me articles of Putin tipping these guys like all this money.
So
And
crazy,
he's like,
man.
Putin respects the sport, which I do believe he does. But I was like, how am I leaving the country after this? It just didn't seem like a good idea.
Well, that's what's so crazy about that King of the Streets thing and like who I've been in comms with. Like, they're very happy with the content that I created and what it's done and how many views it's gotten and all this stuff.
I got another
like,
inside story I won't tell you, which relates
Yeah.
to this.
Okay.
Like, I was on the Ultimate Fighter with.
Did you ever get any offers for like organizations like King of the Streets and shit? Like the fucking no rules, like street, like legitimate street fight?
Yeah, I've had a
Shit.
few for like parking garages and stuff like that in like New York.
Really?
There's quite a few on YouTube that are like
Yeah.
underground ones. King of
What?
the Streets could be one.
Yeah.
But there's guys on the Ultimate Fighter with that did one of these Russian fights.
Okay.
And so when I was researching it, I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, how did this go? Like, how was it?" Because he won. And he was like, man. He's like, "It was pretty fucking weird." He's like, "We did the fight. The after party was for winners." He's like, "All the winners got to," he goes, "All the winners got to go on a yacht."
Really?
With like these oligarchs. And he's like, and there was just like hookers and shit everywhere. And they were like, "Anything you want, do whatever you want. If she doesn't like it, we'll throw her off the boat."
Oh, shit.
And he goes, right about there, I started feeling real uncomfortable and just wanted to leave.
Yeah, no shit.
And so like I had all this going in my head, like leading, and I was just like, oh, man, this doesn't, not any of that. I don't give a fuck about the partying. Like I'm worried about my bank account.
Yeah.
But I
I
did
was
not
fucking
do it.
worried about your life, dude, because they could obviously throw you over. Or what if it, the thing about it is they're not idiots either, right? So like,
They're not
look
dumb.
at what fucking P. Diddy did. You know what I mean? Like the ring that he ran, and he's just some rapper. I don't think that those guys are doing that. They're gonna have some dirt on you. So at some point they're gonna hold that against you.
And even just going there, like doing my job, like fighting, whatever.
Yeah.
The rules are probably stacked against you. Maybe you beat their hero. Maybe you beat a mob guy. I started thinking, I was like, how do I get out?
Right.
I didn't know Jocko at the time or anything, but
Right.
I remember saying like, yeah, but who are my corner guys gonna be? Fucking Jocko and like listing off other military guys. I'm like trying to get me out of there. Like once I knock this guy out.
Which is so badass because Beto was in your corner at the last.
But I didn't know him at the time either, which wouldn't make it better because he'd probably talk me out of it.
Yeah.
And Jacoby had gotten offered a fight against another like well-known Russian guy, but didn't have a shady past. And Dustin was like, "I'll do it if you do it." And I was like, "I'm sorry, dude." I was like, "If I was fighting your guy, I'd fucking do it."
That's crazy, man.
You get some weird offers.
We've done in rock and roll. I've done some of the strangest like private shows with like people with just stupid money, like some of these oil princes and stuff, like
Warlords.
in Saudi Arabia, or you don't even know what they do, right? But like these palaces and like just weird shit, man. Like,
Yeah, because I told you about the other one that I fought for. Like,
yeah.
Then come to find out it was owned by a warlord. There was
Fuck.
Yeah, he's
Is
wanted
this
by
the
NATO
one-
for genocide.
Holy shit.
And I was like,
Wait a minute. You fought for somebody, or is this the kid that was training with you?
He was the funder of an organization, I found out, after like research for a bit. And then I was like, hey, I'm fucking out.
Yeah.
Like, don't call me.
Yeah, man, it's a slippery slope when you start dealing with people in the world like that. And I've done it a bunch in rock and roll. Like some of the promoters that we've had have been, like cartels,
Yeah.
right? But they're like, it's a weird situation because it'll be like a family member of a cartel. So it'll be like a cartel boss's kid is the show promoter for the show.
You're like, that's the best security you can have, kind of, as long as you don't fuck up. Like, it's
Well,
a
yeah.
give and take of.
Well, then also like everybody thinks that like bands have band riders for like, the bowl of blue M&Ms or a fucking whatever it is, right? McDonald's in their fucking dressing room, or this type of beer, or that bottle of whiskey. But it's not, the riders were never put in place for that. They're put in place for these shows where they have to provide a certain size stage with a certain type of capacity so we can hang the entirety of their show so they can actually like do their show and perform for the audience who's buying tickets. Like they want to give the same show across the board so people aren't getting ripped off in another country because we can't put up the entire rig, basically, right?
And they're like, no worry, 100 people.
Yeah.
Birthday party.
Well, that's different. That's private then. But like when these promoters, so they're actually selling tickets and there's a determined ticket price. Like this is the ticket price to put on the show, but you need to provide a stage that can hold this capacity so we can hang this amount of lights and this size video wall and all that sort of stuff, right? So we show up and that's not taken care of. And you're looking at the stage and like, dude, was this thing like, obviously it's been broken before because I can like see welds where like,
You're like, why is there
just
bullet
stitched-
holes in it?
Dude, it's crazy. Like some of the stages over in China and shit are built out of bamboo and like,
Yeah.
it's fucking insane. But anyways, long story short, they couldn't do it. So then it turns into this whole dispute between a cartel boss's kid and our production manager. And then it turns into like, you're never going to leave our country alive. And we're talking like the whole crew and band and everything. Like shit like that happens.
Yeah. You're like,
It's wild.
hold on, guys. We got this figured out. I'm going to go get the check. I'll be back.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
Don't worry.
Right? Yeah.
I'll come back with it.
Right. To the point where, like shows get canceled or whatever.
I don't think people realize how money works around the world. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird. There's people that will do anything for any price. And I don't know.
Yeah.
We're grateful. You got to be more grateful to be in America than ever. Cause like,
Oh
the shit
my
you've
God,
seen,
dude.
Like,
Well, even like being an American, you can get sucked into those other countries, I guess is kind of what I'm saying. Like you did. Like the moment that, like I've had it here with the podcast, and we're not like this fucking huge podcast. We're not fucking Sean Ryan or Joe Rogan or anybody, but we have like kind of this little cult following. And the moment that you start having any sort of momentum in anything, like people want to get a piece of it, whether it's they want to be a guest or they want to manage a certain part of it, or a sponsor comes in and they're like, we'll give you X amount of money. And I'm like, okay, well, what are the obligations? They're like, well, we want you to have like some of our athletes and some of the people that are involved. And it's like, no, I can't have this guy on or this guy on because of this or that, because I know some insider information on them.
yeah, you can't spend the money if you're dead. That's how I think about it.
And it's like they're paying you. It's like Putin paying you $10,000
Yeah.
to fucking come fight a fight that you might never come back to fucking America
And
ever
the guy,
again.
and the
It's
guy
like,
back then was trying to tell me, he's like, but he'll probably tip you 100. And to me, back then, 100, I was like, 100?
100? Yeah, that's
my
a different
ears
story.
perked up
You
on
should have
that,
started
and I
with
was like,
that.
what do you mean probably?
Yeah.
I was like, put in a guaranteed bonus. I'm fucking in there. I'll sign right now.
Fuck yeah. I might do it for 100.
They wouldn't do anything guaranteed, and it was just like, well, maybe. That's a lot of combat sports. The UFC, you might get a bonus. That's 50. Used to be 100. It's 50 now. It's weird how the UFC got bigger, the bonuses got lower. But maybe.
Yeah.
Don't fucking live your life on maybe.
Right.
Like, if you want to take chances on your business or your life, you take chances, but other people offering you money, don't take the fucking maybe.
No.
Ever.
No, and don't let $10,000, like $10,000 would have done so much for the podcast, right?
Yeah.
But like the people that they wanted me to have on are now in trouble for like war crimes, fucking stolen valor, like all kinds of shit. And they wanted to like force feed them to me.
I could make $10,000 way easier than I could fighting or anything else. That's why I respect the hustle of the young guys coming up, because that's what you have to do. Mm-hmm. But the old veterans in the sport that are taking like shit checks and trying to like make it, you could make the fucking money way better. You could, hopefully.
Yeah. That's wild, man. That's crazy, though. I never heard the Putin story. I can't believe we haven't talked about that.
I'll tell you some more details, too.
Yeah. Shit, man. We've been at it a little over 2 hours. Speaking about, like, going after stuff, do you have, I know you're just fresh off this fight, but, like, do you have anything on the horizon? Like, you have your hands in so many different things. Like, Whitney's got her Whitney John's Nutrition, which is like super fucking busy, that you're involved with in some form or fashion. You're a commercial real estate agent. You're fucking just like, you work your ass off, dude. Like, I don't think many people understand that. Like, every time I call you, I'm like, hey, you want to go to the archery range? You got time, like, to do this? You're like, oh, fuck, man, I got to work or whatever. Right? I'm like, God damn, man. Like, just fucking hustling, getting it.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Like being a fighter, right? I think hopefully most kids realize, well, kids now will probably make NFL money. Most people, if you're listening to this and you knew somebody that fought, boxed, whatever, that wasn't world champion, if you're involved in MMA or any of the combat sports, like, they got another job, or they should, or they should think about another job, because you don't make lifelong money. Yeah, I always try to, I don't know, if you call it, I come from like a poor mentality, right? Like, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I grew up with a single mom, lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, so it was like hustle, always. I think I'm doing way better now, and Whitney sometimes asks me, she's like, you still have that like broke mentality, which I actually enjoy. I don't spend money on clothes. Mm-hmm. Bro, this shirt I've had, I got at the mall like 4 years ago. I don't spend that much money. I will on like vacations or whatever, but I'm pretty frugal on myself, and I just try to invest and do other shit. And then I buy and sell commercial real estate on the side, which is like a newer gig. This is my second year. You always got to do something else, but I enjoy it because it's like, I meet a lot of business owners, and I learn about what people do. I'm not a pushy salesman. I like to hear about people, their past, what they do. Almost like podcast interview. Everybody I take on. Yeah. I'm like, how'd you get here? How'd you own this business? And like, I'm probably like an annoying kid. But the clients that I do have love it, because I'm like, how'd you make your money?
Right.
I'll be flat out. You've been punched in the face by somebody on national television. You have no problem being like, I don't ask how much they make, but I'm like, what'd you pay for this? How'd you do that? And it's cool.
But it's also education for you, right? Because
you'd be surprised how many old dudes or old women that are like, well, thank you for asking. They all have like a pretty cool story to tell. I meet people that are looking for a building that have a manufacturing or industry that I've never even heard of, that I never even thought would be a thing. Because everything is made, like the cap on your water bottle isn't made by the water company.
Right.
And you're like, fuck.
The beer can's not made by the beer company.
No, the little like lid isn't. And I keep learning more and more. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't even know that was an industry. But it's pretty fun. But long story short, yeah, buying, selling commercial real estate here. I'm trying to buy myself, or like I'll partner. If a client will let me in, I'm like, can I get in on this deal? You don't have to pay me anything. Let me have like a small percentage.
We almost had the place next door.
I know. I've learned that like short money is not good money, right?
Yeah.
Long money, like think about the future. And I'll do that with clients. I'm like, can I get in on this with you? Do you want to partner? You don't have to pay me anything. I'll throw money in. They actually respect you more because I'm like, I'm not just working for you. I work with you now.
Yeah. Well, you believe in their investment too. Like if you're putting your own money up, nothing shows that more than anything than like,
yeah,
you truly believe in
something. You lose too.
Yeah.
And I probably really lose because I gave you money already. No, I don't know. It's just a fun business, and like,
it's awesome.
I learned that from the game a long time ago, that I would never make like lifelong money in MMA, but lifelong relationships.
Yeah.
You know, and relationships I've learned, because I don't have a college degree or anything, but I deal with more money than probably anybody that does have a college degree that I know. Not that's listening.
Yeah.
It's fun.
No, it's awesome, cool, man. It's really the same reason that I do the podcast. It's just like, it's the human connection. It's the friendship. Like, I wouldn't know you. I wouldn't know so many people if I didn't know you, because you've been such a good friend to me. So thank you. Like, you've made so, but you know, that's true. I do owe you, because like anytime that you call and it are like, hey, do you know somebody that can help me out with it? I'm automatically going to do it, dude, because you've done so much for me. And it's not like you don't call me and be like, hey, I need to come on the podcast, which I've had people do that to me. Like, hey, I got a book jerk. Yeah. Or I need this. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, how about, it's always me asking you. So, dude, I fucking appreciate it, man. Like,
no, it's not. But I would say it's learn or die, right?
Yeah.
If anything, like, I tell myself that, learn or die. Because even when I'm 80, you learn from other people all the fucking time. And I think too many people are stubborn and like, I know everything. I know this. Even investment bankers or whatever.
Well, don't be afraid to share your knowledge either, man. Like if somebody wants to start a podcast or whatever, and they're a friend of mine or a friend of yours, like I'll tell them everything I know. I'll tell them every mistake that I've made.
Yeah.
Like my philosophy is like, I want everybody to win. Like no matter what it is that they want to get into, like as long as it's not hurting somebody or it's for the greater good, as long as you have that like mentality, like I want everybody to win, dude. Like
unless I don't like you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
I mean, if we're being really honest, like I don't want everybody to win.
That's why I only have certain people on the podcast, honestly.
But you also won't be around me if I don't like you. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
1,000%. Well, I love you, brother. Hey, man, that was a lot of fun going to Rome with you and just being a part of that whole experience. Like it was the first time I'd been out of the country in 15 years, but like my biggest takeaway from it all, it wasn't like going to the fights and like that whole thing. It was hanging out with you guys and like Beto for the week and like being there for some of your guys' personal stuff, which is really cool.
The next one's got to be better, though.
Yeah. Of course it is, dude. But yeah, man. So thank you for everything that you've always done for me. If people want commercial real estate, Hoffenlee, right?
Yeah, Hoffenlee, or you can just find me on my socials.
Is it just Colorado or is it outside of Colorado too?
I can get it done wherever you want.
Listen, fuck yeah.
We're talking about hustling. I already got the avenues. So
that's awesome.
Anywhere you need it, I got you.
Okay. And then it's Chris Camozzi, MMA on Insta. You got YouTube channels, all that other stuff too? We'll put links to all this in the show notes.
YouTube channel. I don't use it that much anymore, but
okay.
Hoffenlee.com, you can find my number.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Whitney John's Nutrition. Fuck, man. What else? Anything else you want to drop before we fucking close this out?
No, just hit up Sakara and tell him not to be a bitch and let's run it back.
Let's get Sakara in here, dude.
Yeah.
Get your ass over to America. You're welcome on here anytime. Yeah. Let's go. Come train at Genesis, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. But yeah, I want to see it run back. Dude, thank you so much for being my friend.
Appreciate
it. Thanks everybody for listening. Tyler, thanks for being here.
Thanks for listening to the Mountainside Podcast. If you haven't had a chance to do this already, please take a moment, follow, like, subscribe, or rate on whatever platform you catch the Mountainside Podcast at. If you'd like some more information on upcoming episodes, safety tips, access to all of our affiliates, and all the badass discounts that we get here at the Mountainside Podcast, check out themountainsidepodcast.com.